The following show contains adult content. It's not our intent to offend anyone, but we want to inform you that if you are a child under the age of 18 or get offended easily, this next show may not be for you. The content, opinions, and subject matter of these shows are solely the choice of your show hosts and their guests, and not those of the Entertainment Network or any affiliated stations. Any comments or inquiries should be directed to those show hosts. Thank you for listening.
Sitting down and designing, why every man never thinking, what are we gonna be wearing? Yo, I'm a Liverpool MC, you can't test me. Big up the girls inside the party, let's get down to crazy Jimmy. Big up myself and known as Alfie, the one and only, the Turkish MC. Always love the clothes of Jimmy. British, I'm your wanna be Jimmy Star, new celebrity.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell and co-host Deidra Sarego, bringing you the best in music, fashion, pop culture, and entertainment. Before we get started, if you're in the chat room, hello, everybody in the chat room. You can hit the ITV button at the top of your computer. You can see us like live, and unless you're going to watch us on Roku television. And before we get started, let me introduce my cool, outrageous man about town, Mr. Ron Russell.
I really hate this part of the show.
I know you do, but
you introduce me like I came out of the moon, like out of nowhere I appear. I mean, I'm here every friggin' week.
I know.
Boring everybody with my junk.
That's okay.
This week, kids, I have nothing to tell you because I've been under the weather. I've been sick as a dog for the last 3 weeks. So Jimmy and I have had to cancel so many wonderful things to go to that I could have shared with you today. But I don't. I can share doctor visits with you. That's really exciting. And I could share my health with you. That's even more exciting. Don't we always love that when we see elderly people headed towards us saying,
"You're not elderly, you're 50.
I know I'm 50, but that's elderly. 50 years old.
I'm going to be 50 in like 3 weeks.
Yes, and that's the gateway to senility.
Oh, for everybody who's listening, too, and you want to send gifts, my birthday is October 15th.
Yes, and cash only, please. Cash only. And nothing under $100 bill, please. No, seriously.
I am being serious.
No, seriously. Stop it. That's not nice. He doesn't really mean that, folks.
Also, I've been under the weather, too. I have just a flu thing going on, and so I've been coughing. I've been taking medication, so hopefully we don't cough too much during the show.
Right.
And we're happy to have everybody here. Chat room, hello, everybody. What's up? And we forgot to introduce, like, the most important person.
Who's that, Chad?
Yeah.
I'm important?
See, Chad, you're like me. About? You got to be introduced. You know, you're there. You're there all the time. Right. Why do we have to introduce you?
So, everybody, it's Chad Murphy.
What's going on, Jimbo? What's going on, Ronnie Boy? And what's going on to all you Jimmy Star fans?
Absolutely, the most boring life I've ever had has been these last couple of weeks.
Why?
Last week we talked about how we were in New York City. The car got towed.
That
was just a week ago. So just last week. You only had 1 week. That's just been a little bit slow.
For me, it seems like years because I like fun every day.
He doesn't like to sit around for like 2 seconds, Chad. He won't sit around. Literally, if it's like 3 minutes, he like has a heart attack.
That's right.
Well, good.
I have to up it and go. Good. But seriously, I want to warn people out there, this virus that I've met. I thank you very much. Now blow your nose. Anyway, this virus that I've got in my neck, it's in my, what is it in my?
It's your thyroid.
My thyroid. I have an infection in my thyroid. I've had it for some time now. It's been many weeks, and I didn't know what it was. I was feeling weak and dizzy and a little nuttier than I normally am. I had difficulty talking and finding words, confusion. My eyebrows fell out on the ends, and my hair started to fall out, and I didn't know what it was. I lost 21 pounds, and all my muscles gave way in my body.
He still looks hot.
I can't lift a fork. Anyway, finally, after 9,000 stupid doctors, when Fran Drescher of The Nanny had cancer of the uterus, and no one said she did, she went to 1 million doctors to find out that she really had cancer of uterus. And she wrote a book about it, Cancer Schmancer. Get it, it's a good book. Getting back to me. Finally, I went to Penn, which is one of the best hospitals in Philadelphia, and the doctor I got was wonderful. And he found what it was, and now I'm going to be treated for it on Friday. My hair will grow back, my eyebrows will grow back, my muscles will come back, I will gain the 21 pounds that I lost, and I'll be well. So please, anyone out there that has these symptoms, don't think it goes away. It gets progressively worse. go to the doctor and immediately act like a doctor and say, listen, stupid doctor, do you think I have a thyroid problem?
Actually, in the chat room, they're saying they all have been to stupid doctors.
Well, most doctors are stupid. We know that. 30, 40 years ago, doctor was a doctor because it was his passion. Today, a doctor is a doctor so he could have a Bentley and a yacht. I mean, we know all of that. But anyway, you have to be your own doctor. So if you have any of those symptoms, don't rub it off as it's a flu or a bad cold, as I did. I was stupid. I let it go for too many weeks, and now I'm exhausted. So anyway, that's my exciting week, and I'm sorry to burden you with it, but I hope I can help somebody out there.
In the meantime, he's working on it. My flu's getting better, and we want to wish a very special happy birthday today to International Nova.
That's right. He's a great guy. We love him.
So you guys should follow International Nova. He's got an album, Point of No Return, out right now through the Spectrum Music Group, and follow him on Twitter at NovaBXPrince. We had him on the show a couple weeks ago. Today's his birthday. He's awesome, and we want to give a shout out to everybody in the chat room. Hello, everybody, and your best friend Dave from Stars Now UK says the only virus that you have is sitting next to you. So I guess he's referring to me.
Dave.
Thanks, Dave.
No, Dave. Let me tell you something. I'm so fortunate to have Jimmy Star in my life. Believe me, I had a dog before him. I had a real jerk off before him. A guy that was worthless and stupid and tortured me. Now I have the real McCoy.
And I go with him to all his appointments.
Yeah, Jimmy's great. I was going to say, oh, yes, I want to wish a very happy birthday to my sweet, wonderful Sophia Loren. She will be 79 years old September 28th. So if you all want to write something to her, please do.
There you go.
And send her a happy birthday because I love the woman. She's a lovely, lovely person.
And everybody in the chat room too is saying like they keep the flu to yourself and they hope we get better. Cindy Lady Lake, what's up?
Well, excuse me, you can't get the flu through the friggin' microphone. Give me a break, folks. I mean, it's not 3D voice. Is there such a thing as a 3D voice?
I don't know. Problem. I don't know when it echoes. I guess that's not really 3D. No, I don't know.
No.
Chad, is there such a thing as a 3D voice?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
And there it is.
Chad, you got like the greatest voice ever.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Well, that's why he should be a radio announcer.
He is.
Of course, that's the joke. Chad, please tell our audience what you told me off microphone.
I can't remember. What was it?
About the aspartame and all the other junk.
The aspartame.
What is it called?
Well,
aspartame?
Well, I think sickness is evolved as basically just toxicity and deficiency. That's toxicity of the body and deficiency to fight it. So I was trying to tell you to lay off your aspartame and see if you get better, because I've just seen nonstop people over and over. They have these coughs they come with, and I'm like, you drinking aspartame? They're like, yeah. So I recommend dropping the aspartame, see what we can do with that.
So tell people what aspartame is.
It's
in case they don't know.
It's basically a replacement for sugar that doesn't have calories. I can't recall what they first were trying to use it for, but somebody stuck their finger in it, was sweet, and they started putting in drinks and stuff. I guess it was passed by Rumsfeld, who used to run our military. I guess that was the guy who really got it pushed through, the aspartame
But
part.
it's in everything, no matter what you buy. It has
chewing
aspartame.
gum, sodas.
So what do you do? What do you
sure.
do? Grow a garden in the winter?
If it says diet, most likely it has aspartame. So as far as I can see, I'd say, Ronnie, get rid of the aspartame, and we'll get you.
You don't drink soda at all, though,
No.
do you, Chad?
No,
No,
sir.
Chad's
I haven't
healthy.
been sick in about 3 or 4 years now.
That's funny. So, Chad,
Sure.
tell us, like, what kind of things do you drink besides water? Because I can't drink water all the time.
Drink
I love water.
organic juices, green teas, and water for backup.
Okay.
I drink tons of green tea. I won't drink juices because they upset my stomach.
Okay.
Now, as far as I said acetone, I made an error.
Aspartame.
Acetone for
Aspartame.
all of you out there.
Hopefully
it's
you're not
that.
drinking it.
No. Acetone is the
Acetone.
nail polish remover
yeah.
to use if you're taking color off of a fake nail. So it won't melt the nail.
Yeah.
Now,
Don't drink
that's
that.
very
Don't
butch
drink that either.
information. That's totally
We
butcher.
want to give a shout. We want to give a shout out to Ken Pettigrew from the Ken Pettigrew Show. What's up, Ken? Ken Pettigrew shows on kenpettigrew.com Thursday nights at 8 p.m. Pacific time. And how'd you like that long? Because I couldn't think of it. I was having my Ron moment.
Well, I'm still upset with Ken because I've offered to come on his show so many times.
What a jerk.
And he's never had me on his show. I think he's afraid to have me on his show
Probably.
because I might say things that will kick him off the air.
Mm-hmm. You're probably
I
right.
don't know.
Probably right.
We may be kicked off the air next week. I don't know.
So we didn't have a real exciting weekend, but we're always having exciting times anyway because we're always doing tons of cool stuff. And And we've been watching a lot of stuff on our Roku, everybody. For all of you who don't have Roku, you need to get it. If your TV doesn't have it, go out and buy one. Our shows are going to be released very, very shortly. Our last week's show, we just watched it. Came out really good. But if you notice, I'm trying to sit up straighter because when you guys see it, I slouch a little and I look like I'm short and fat.
No, he looks like a meatball. I mean, a round meatball, like no arms, no limbs, no neck.
Even we have a fabulous new camera lady named Carrie Ann, I think. Carrie Ann.
Hi, Carrie.
And she's everybody says hi, and so
I suspect she's a relative of Glenn's because she has Glenn's smile.
No, she's not.
Doesn't she look like she could be Glenn's sister?
You should have seen Glenn today when he came in too, all dressed up with his hat and everything. He looked really good. But anyway, she's motioning me to hold my shoulders back.
Yeah, you have to sit up straight. You know.
For all of you in the chat room, I bet you're not all sitting up straight, but I'm working on it, so there you go.
Now, I have a little bit of news that I've been telling you about. I'm going to call my buddy Lainey Kazan next week, and I'm going to ask Lainey when they start to shoot My Big Fat Greek Wedding 2, where she plays the mother, would she Skype us from the studio where they're filming and give us all the inside dirt on that movie as they're filming it? And, I want to play one of Lainey Kazan's songs because she has the most beautiful voice in the world. She was better than Barbara Streisand, believe it or not. When she and Barbara were in the same musical, Funny Girl, the press wrote that Barbara Streisand tries to hit the notes that Lainey Kazan does so easily. So that's how I love it, Lainey. She's my dearest friend.
There you go.
Give a little plug to a friend.
Absolutely. We love Lainey Kazan. We saw her a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, she's the bestest.
The bestest?
Oh, the bestest. Yeah.
What other words do you make up?
No, I didn't make that up. Jane Russell and I had a private word. It was bestest.
Okay.
And when Jane signed things, she always signed it bestest Jane. And I would sign it bestest Ron.
Okay.
That was our private
Chad, do you have any private words that you use?
I use asbestos.
Very good. Excellent. That's a beautiful comeback. I love it. Totally,
Chad,
totally.
Been hanging around
Chad
Ron.
is healthy. He's witty. He's got a great voice and a body to die for. You guys, we got it made with our engineer.
I mean, he is just. That was the best comeback I've heard in centuries. Maybe it was like a Joan Rivers comeback.
All right, back to the show now, fellas.
Okay, back to the show.
Oh, he even directs. He directs too. Do you love it?
He just doesn't like it when we talk about him.
And he doesn't get paid for directing either.
Oh yeah, I do.
He gets
Just
paid.
not enough.
He just doesn't get paid enough.
I thought you just got paid for soundboard.
He gets paid for being awesome, right, Chad?
Well, let's tell that dingbat, that dean person, that the pipe man, that somebody should stick a pipe up his butt and wake him up, that he's got the best guy in the world in his studio.
It's
probably
in the
knows that.
suggestion box. Gotcha.
It's in the suggestion box.
And he best give you a raise now that he's got 9,000 networks and he's making a fortune of money. He's like King Midas. He's all over the place.
Which we should do now while we
W4CY.
Oh, listen to that. He got it right, Chad.
Nice.
My thyroid's clearing up. And my confusion's coming back. Happens to be the #1 radio station in the world, okay? And we were the #1 show on that network. And we're so grateful to, I guess I have to say it, to Dean. Kills me to say it. For his keeping us on the air and making us as famous as we are.
Instead of doing this at the end of the show, I'm going to do this now.
No, I just thought it was nice to talk about.
No.
You know why, Jimmy? Because we're always talking about Roku and the television show. And I don't want people to think that we forgot where we came from.
We're not forgetting where we came from.
We'll never abandon, leave where we came from.
Here's what we do. I do this every week. I'm going to do it at the beginning of the show this time instead of the end of the show, everybody. So, here at the Jimmy Star Show, we want to thank all of our radio syndicates, starting off with our home station, W4CY.com, who has the best engineer in the world, Mr. Chad Murphy. Yay!
Hey, everybody, look at my grass.
There you go. That's right.
Yeah.
Then we want to thank WROM Radio in Detroit, Planet Radio Network in New York, LA, Ontario, and Canada, Monster FM Radio in New York, WBAD.net in Washington, D.C., Jackalope Radio in Kansas City, the 76th Street Network in Omaha, Nebraska. We are now on K4 HD Radio in Los Angeles. And you can also hear us on Stitcher, SoundCloud, iTunes, and iHeartRadio. And then we want to thank our television syndicates, LGBTQ TV and Roku Television. And soon, you guys, we're also going to be on Apple and Google TV. So if you have an Apple TV, Google TV, or Roku, you'll be able to see us on all. And we want to give a shout out to Nathan.
I'm out of breath.
Okay.
Just watching him. You know, we are like the dish that hit the fan. We're all over. I mean, it's amazing. We are really amazing.
You don't have to worry about clipping that one out.
No. Oh, did I say a nasty word?
Yes.
Like, oh, no one out there shits, no one shits. Yeah, like Marilyn Monroe never peed or shit. Some idiot told me that once. I did. I spoke to this guy. He said she doesn't do that. I said, are you for real? Are you insane or what? Marilyn Monroe is a girl, a woman. She does everything women do. Well, she doesn't do that. I said, why? He said, because she's a goddess. I said, you need to take off that white gown and those high heels, I told him, and the platinum wig. You're not Marilyn Monroe. And he never spoke to me again.
Yeah, see, that's where it went bad.
Well, yeah, I mean, you know, everybody does those things. I mean, now they're advertising toilet paper without the cardboard roll in the middle. Now, that's saving money for them. They didn't say we're going to take 30 cents off the roll of toilet paper for you. So now they're taking out the center part.
What does that do, though?
Excuse me, to save money so that when you put it on, it's going to go oval, and when you try to pull the paper, it's going to break. So don't buy that stupid thing without a cardboard roll. I mean, how nitty-gritty can we get?
I like to have that part.
What, the middle? What?
Because otherwise, how are you going to put it on the toilet roll thing?
It'll still, Jimmy, the roll has a hole in it.
I know it has a hole in it, but
it's made, I guess,
but it won't be firm.
That's my point. It'll become oval, and if you pull the paper, it'll go.
I don't like that.
Well, you'll have sticky fingers.
I don't like that at all. So, Chad, let's see if we can call our first guest, and I hope this is going to work, everybody. We're going to be calling Joseph Cross, you guys. He's a great, great actor. You know him from all his many movies.
The minute you see him, you'll know him.
And hopefully this is all going to work out okay. Let's see how it goes. Rock and roll, Chad.
Let's hope.
Let's hope. Let's hope.
Hope and pray. The Eskimo way.
Yes! I don't know if it's going to work or not, but here we go. In the meantime, everybody, you guys can check out Joseph Cross. I'm actually in a film with him.
Yay.
Hey,
I don't know if it ever got released.
Jimbo, it says if you call, your current call will be put on hold, so we don't want to do that. It'll put you on hold, and I don't know how maybe to combine.
How about we do this? Why don't we play a music video?
Roger.
And then as we play the music video, hang up with me and call him, and then I'll call you.
Okay.
And while you're playing the music video, I can go get something to drink.
And let's do Tony Terry's All I Need, everybody. This is R&B recording artist Tony Terry. This is his latest single, All I Need. And
I love this song.
Here we go. You ready, Chad?
I'll be honest, I can't lie. You're all I need in my life. My heart inside never felt so right. If this is wrong, I don't wanna be right. I think of you all the time. Girl, you're always on my mind. Not a moment of the day goes by when I don't wish you were by my side. You came along and eased my pain. Girl, you know you made me whole again. I don't have to look no more. It's plain to see that your love, it completes me. Yeah, your love is all I wish for. Girl, you're just what I need. You're heaven on earth to me. Would you mind if I give you more? Take my hand and come with me to ecstasy. Your love is all I wish for. Girl, you're just what I need. You're heaven on earth to me. Yeah. Your love is what I adore. Your love is sweeter than anything. Your love is all I need. Oh, yeah. Never thought that I could feel such bliss, cause most my love's been hit or miss. A commitment's what I was searching for. I needed someone to give me more. You're the foreground to my background. Baby, I won't let you down. Because of you, I have no life. I thank God that you are my wife. You came my life and eased my pain. Girl, you know you made me whole again. I don't have to look no more. It's plain to see that your love, it completes me.
stuff. How are we, Chad? We good?
You betcha.
All right, everybody. That was Tony Terry, All I Need. And now on the line we have superstar Joseph Cross. Hello and welcome to the Jimmy Star Show.
Hey, how's it going? Thank you for having me.
It's going absolutely fantastic. Actually, it's going really, really good. So we want to welcome you. And before I get started, let me introduce you to my cool, outrageous man about town co-star, Mr. Ron Russell.
Hey, new shooting star in Hollywood.
What's up, Ron? How's it going?
Oh, you're going to knock all of them out of the box. Trust me. George Clooney, beware.
There you go. I love it.
Wait till you're George's age. He'll be nothing compared to you.
Love it, love it. And then we got the man behind the boards, Mr. Chad Murphy.
Hello, Mr. Cross. Welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you.
And we've also got a chat room full of people, so give a shout out to the chat room.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for coming.
There you go. So I thought what we would do to get started, to break the ice. First of all, everybody wants to know if you're like on social media. Like, I don't see you on Twitter anywhere. Are you like absent from social media, or just nobody knows what it is?
I'm absent. I'm not there.
Okay,
What
everybody's
social media
asking. I literally,
He's too busy making movies.
I literally got like 1,500 tweets from people asking, like, what's your Twitter? And I was like, I really have like no idea whatsoever. I can't find him. So I was like, I only know how to get in touch with him one way, and that's like through Skype. So I hope he's going to be there.
I mean, really, he's making movies. How can he possibly put that stupid
There
stuff?
you go.
I mean, every time I turn on television, he's somewhere when he was younger or older. Whatever. I mean, he's all over the place.
So I thought the next thing that would be a nice icebreaker is talk a little bit about your younger life. Because I heard that when first of all, like we're sponsored by the Spectrum Music Group, and so like I'm big into the whole music thing, and I thought it was really cool that you used to be called in a band when you were in high school. You were in a band called Rooster, but you originally were called Cock. But after the first letters of the members of the last names, but then you had to change it because they wouldn't let you play at school under the name Cock.
Yeah, I don't even know how real that is, but I know that one of the guys from the band told like these fan websites that I had when I was younger that was the case. I don't remember if it's true or not, but sometimes I'll have interviews, and that's exactly what they'll ask me.
Well, I don't know what they got so excited about. What if your first name was Big? Then it's something really to get upset about.
And then it would be a lot of fun.
Right. Then you'd have a bigger female following. That's for sure.
Okay, so like my next thing too then is like many years ago I actually like met you, but I didn't really get to meet you, so you would have not even known I was standing there because I was like a featured extra in Son of Morning, which I don't think it ever came out.
Were you really? What, down in Florida?
Yeah, I'm from Florida. I lived in Florida for 50 years, and I'm not really an actor, but because I have a radio show, they would cast me all the time, so I would promote the different movies. And so I was a featured extra in it, and you were there, but they told us specifically, even though you were like 3 feet away from me, they were like, don't talk to the famous actors. They don't want you to talk to them. And I was like stupid and dumb. I should have just been like, I wouldn't have cared if I got kicked off. I should have just talked. But like the guy who played the big vampire in, what's his name? Herman, Eddie Herman.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
he came in, and I was all freaking out because I'm a Lost Boys fan.
Oh,
and,
yeah, of course.
And so when he came in, I was like, oh, my gosh, and like you were talking to like the really hot girl like that was there. There's like this really hot blonde-haired girl who was on Burn Notice, and you were talking to her and everything. So I was like, oh, I might get in trouble. But if I ever saw you again there, though, and do it, I would just totally...
Yeah, but they always do that. My first film was with Sophia Loren and Tab Hunter back in 1959. It was called That Kind of Woman. And they instructed... I played a soldier. Excuse me. And they instructed me not to disturb Miss Loren at any point. By the third day of the shoot at the railroad station in Long Beach, Long Island, it's supposed to be Florida, Sophia and I were talking in Italian, sitting on each other's lap, sharing a sandwich. I mean, it's a bunch of crap. And Tab Hunter, he was a snob. He didn't want to talk. No, he didn't want to talk to anybody. And I interviewed him on my TV show, Set the Record Straight, and I brought that up. And he looked at me and he said, "You were how old?" I said, 17. He said, "I let you at 17 go by?" I said, obviously, because Tab was gay. Then the other thing is, I asked one of the gaffs, I said, how come every time Tab Hunter goes into the station house bathroom, which was the railroad station, everybody has to get out of the bathroom? He said, well, if we let him go in there while everybody's in there, we'll never get this movie done. Tab is a friend of mine now after all these years. And I do that joke all the time, and Tab loves it because he's out. He's no longer in the closet.
So let's go. Okay, so we're going to talk about Mind Games in a minute. Let's go back a little bit just because I thought it was fun. Did you ever see Son of Morning? Because I don't know if it ever got released. I looked it up I looked it up just because I knew you were coming on the show.
I think we had a Showtime release, like the Showtime television.
Okay.
I'm not totally positive, though, but I have seen it. It's a really quirky movie.
I actually should look that one up and see, because like we do distribution through the Spectrum Music Group. Maybe if they didn't get it in stores, like I could go back and get it in stores. That's an idea.
Should. Yeah, you should. You should get in touch with Zach Schiller's the producer.
I'm going to do that. That's a good idea. Okay, so you're like young hot Hollywood. You got like all kinds of. I mean, for such a young age, I want to congratulate you on such, pretty much like a very incredibly impressive resume. You've worked with some of the biggest people in the business, and you also have done some really cool indies. Thank you. What are you thinking of the whole thing, and like how are you enjoying your career?
How about he gives us his resume? There's a lot of people out there that are not sure of the films he's done. So give us a quick rundown.
Some of the big ones.
You guys give the. I feel tacky doing this. You guys.
No, don't feel tacky. We're tacky. No, this is a tacky show. You can be as tacky as you want.
Right.
I mean, if you want, you could take off your underwear, sit there balls naked. We don't care. We're very
radio show, I guess. So who would know the difference? You guys are balls naked right now. I can see it on the Skype.
Right.
That's completely new.
Listen, seriously, I want to hear about your first film and how excited you were to be in the biz.
My first film was when I was 8 years old. A casting director called Avi Kaufman, who was wonderful, who works out of New York, was casting it. It was Night Shyamalan's first movie. It was at Miramax. Harvey Weinstein did it, and it was called Wide Awake. And it was about an 8-year-old who loses his grandfather and kind of goes on like a search for the meaning of life, really, in this Catholic school in Philadelphia.
And that film plays a lot because I'm familiar with it.
Well, yeah, I guess I was 8 or 9 years old, and I auditioned probably 6 or 7 times up at Avi's office I guess it's in Tribeca. And then Night came over to my parents' house for dinner, and asked them if they would have, let me be in the movie, and they did graciously, and that sort of started the whole thing for me.
Okay, now tell me about your next film. When you were a teenager and your first kiss scene, and who was it that you were kissing, and what was the name of the movie?
Well, I don't know. I don't know what movie you're talking about.
Well, I mean, there had to be didn't you get excited that you had to kiss somebody in a movie?
Have you not kissed a whole lot? I know you kissed somebody in Mind Games, but that was as an adult. Did you get to do any kisses as a kid?
No, I meant as an adult.
Oh.
No, I didn't mean as a child.
You guys want to talk about the kissing. I'm trying to think. I guess the first time I had a kiss was in an episode of Third Watch when I was 16, where I played like a scummy drug dealer guy who gives Special K to this girl, and they make out in a car, and then she has some sort of medical episode, and I get arrested.
Now, that had to have been a stretch because you look like an altar boy. So how you can play a drug addict, scummy guy?
You wanted the sweet and sour look, I guess.
I got to tell you, you're a damn good actor if you pull that one off.
Well, thank you.
Now, one other question. If you were making a film with Angelina Jolie and you had to be in bed with her nude, kissing her, what would be going through your head?
I've never put myself there. I don't know. Does everybody get that question? Is that standard?
No. It's only because I know Angie when she was Angie Voight when she was a kid. So I always throw a plug out for Angie.
Actually, we're totally not scripted. We don't have a single question down.
No.
All we do is bring you on and promote whatever we're going to promote. But first, we like to have fun talking about all the other cool stuff because you've been in so many cool things. Like I was a big fan of Untraceable. Ron, I don't think has ever seen it because he's not too good in the scarier genre of movies. But he loves Diane Lane. So the fact that you were like a lead against Diane Lane.
She's wonderful.
Stop right there. She absolutely is one of the most beautiful women on film. And I love her work. I love her face. I love her expression. I think she's a genius. What do you think about her?
She's wonderful, and she couldn't be sweeter and more fun. We had a great time. And then I got to do a movie after that with her then husband, Josh Brolin, called Milk. And both just super cool, super cool people.
Well, actually, one of Ron's best friends works with the Harvey Milk Foundation.
My friend Janae Montague King is one of the biggest spokespersons for Harvey Milk. And he does a lot of.
And what a great film to be in, Milk, with Sean Penn and Josh Brolin. I mean,
great movie.
I mean, like, you have so many like award-winning, like, oh my gosh, like these are like big. You have Flags of Our Fathers, which happens to be on HBO right now. It was so funny because after we booked you on the show, I turned on HBO and you're seeing like you in it was like on the screen right then. I was like, oh my gosh, that's Joseph Cross. He's coming on the show next week. It was exciting. But you know something,
Jimmy? I wasn't lying when I said he's all over the place.
Yeah, he is all over the place.
I wasn't lying. I can't remember for the life of me my name, let alone the name of your movies. But I've seen you in so many things, and I've always respected and admired your work. I thought you were very good, because I critique everybody. Like if they stink, I say, oh, my God, he read that line like a dead horse. That's terrible. No, you do the same thing. I mean, if you go to a major, I mean, like that movie, Somebody's Mandolin, with what's his name? It was the Dog of the Earth. What's his name?
Who?
Oh God, I wish I had a mind.
Anyway, don't bash people on the radio.
I'm not bashing him. He's a terrible actor. And
Flags of Our Fathers was
it was called Somebody's Mandolin.
Well, Flags of Our Fathers, though, was a great film. Steven Spielberg film.
Yeah, Steven Spielberg produced it. Clint Eastwood directed it. We shot it on the black sand beaches of Iceland to double for Iwo Jima. And it was a dream job. I was 19 years old. Mm-hmm. It was incredible.
It's a great movie.
And then you did Running with Scissors, which was another like critically like
fabulous
acclaimed film.
Fabulous. The book was incredible.
Right before I did Flags of Our Fathers. That was sort of the thing that, you know, I had been acting when I was a kid, and I had done some work in my teenage years, and I had gone off to college, and I didn't really know whether or not it would continue. And then I met Ryan Murphy, and he gave me that part, and that sort of that gave me another breath of life in that world, and it was. I felt pretty fortunate to get that.
And then you did Jack Frost, which because I like the kind of like kid family, like feel good kind of movies.
Mm-hmm. Sure, yeah.
So then you're in Jack Frost, and then didn't you do it? Were you in Extreme Measures?
Desperate Measures.
Desperate Measures. Yeah, that's a freaking awesome movie.
Yeah, with Michael Keaton, who's got the Birdman coming out. I can't wait to see the Birdman.
Absolutely, like so. It's like it's such a wide variety too. And one thing I think is really cool because you've done some horror movies and some scary movies, but you never got typecast in that because some people have a hard time getting out of that. And you know, you kind of have done a bunch of scary movies, and at the same time, you're doing all these critically acclaimed movies and historical movies like Lincoln and Flags of Our Father, you know, that are historical and stuff. So like, it's really amazing how you've done that.
Yeah, it's I don't know. I mean, I've just been lucky in that I've been able to, you know, get one movie and then a movie that was really different and then another movie that was different. But, you know, typecasting is, you know, it makes it easier for people because they just try to stick you in the same roles they've already seen you in.
But then you're only acting yourself over and over again. I mean, we all loved Cary Grant. I adored Cary Grant. But Cary Grant was always Cary Grant, no matter what he did. If he played an Egyptian king, he was still Cary Grant. But at least what I like about you and what I meant at the beginning of the show was you have longevity. You're the kind of actor that we will be seeing when you're, well, I won't, but those that are alive still, will be seeing you when they're 65 years old. You are an ageless actor, and your
Thank
work
you
is.
So
no,
much.
I'm not blowing smoke up your ass because I hate people that do that.
No, I appreciate it.
But your work is so diversified, and I know your work, and I knew exactly who you were when Jimmy said was coming on the show because I never really listened to who's coming on until they're on. No, because I don't research anybody. I want it raw. You know, I'm unfiltered and uncensored, so I want it raw. I don't want any baloney. But I've seen a lot of your work, and you always come through with a very good performance. My friend, you will be on forever. They're not going to be a flash in the pan, that's for sure.
So now
it's true.
Now you got a new movie, actually shot a couple years ago, but it just got released yesterday. It's called Mind Games, and it's directed by Richard Gray. And I have to say that, like, I love, because I'm a big horror movie fan, and I used to be a celebrity clothing designer, and I've dressed most of the major horror movie stars, and we've had all of them on the show. And in it, you have, you know, people who are co-stars who've made just a lot of fun movies. I love Brianna Evigan. I think we're going to probably get.
Hello? Hello? Guys?
We got disconnected.
Oh, wait, here, I got you.
Oh, no, okay. Okay, sorry, everybody. Red alert.
So say what you're saying about Brianna, though. She's amazing. Brianna's incredible. And she's got Step Up 5 coming out soon.
Yeah, I think we're going to have her on the show. Richard Gray said he could, like, hook it up, and that way we can promote Mind Games and that also. She's super cool.
Wow.
And then
yeah, you'll love her. She's great.
And Juliana, I don't know how you pronounce her last name, but like she was in Friday the 13th and Altitude, which I don't know if anybody saw it. It was like a terrible horror movie that I loved to death. I thought it was just fabulous. And and Alex Mraz from the Twilight movies. And so it's got a really fun, young, hip, cool, good-looking cast. And I actually watched it last night. You're way out of character from like a lot of things that you have done in the past, and you have a beard in it, number one. Which dude, like you're really beard. You're a really good-looking, like, young guy, but, dude, like, the beard didn't really work.
You don't like the beard?
No, I didn't like the... Not like, oh, my God, he's so cute. Look at him. Like, you know, like, everybody is going to think he's so cute, kind of weird. I mean, good-looking? No. Like, it looked okay, but, like, without the beard, you're, like, you know, stunningly handsome and cute. But, like, with the beard, I wasn't going for it.
You're also much younger-looking than what you are, because positioning your age for the film that you made, the first film, which I'm familiar with, to me, you're much older than you look.
Yeah, I'm 28.
You don't look 20.
Yeah, you're going to be able to. That's great though, because when you're like 50 like me, you're going to look like you're 35, and you're going to love it.
And when you're 112 like me, you'll look great.
So tell us a little bit. Tell us a little bit about like the Mind Games. We want to promote it. Everybody, first of all, Mind Games. I believe it got released yesterday, and it's Mine M-I-N-E Games. And one thing I find really cool after watching it, which we're going to play the trailer for it in a second for everybody to see you in it. But one thing I thought was cool is that it kind of like it's about a bunch of kids who go to like a like a place in the woods. I don't know what, like a chalet or something, and they find a mine. But like, there's a real play on words with this film because it's Mine M-I-N-E Games, but it's totally like Mind Scrooge with your mind the whole time.
Your mind. Yeah, no, it's going to be a good flick.
I watched it. So tell us a little bit about it. What did you think of it?
It's out already?
Yeah, I watched it.
Well, why didn't I see it?
Because you were sleeping.
Well, why didn't you wait? Why didn't you wait?
Let him talk. Let him talk. So tell us a little bit about it.
What did you think of the movie?
I actually liked it a lot.
I loved it. I thought it was fabulous.
Yeah. Thank you.
I liked it.
You were the best. I mean,
thank
you should get an Academy Award for it. It was so great.
I thought it was really good for like an indie horror film. I thought it had a fantastic cast.
Well, give me the outcome.
Let him. No, you can't. No, I don't want to wreck it for people.
Well, I want to.
But it definitely messes with your mind, and it takes place in a mine.
Tonight, I'm watching it.
Okay, so. Okay. So tell us what you think of it a little bit, or like tell us some experiences of it.
What is it? Yeah, it's the story of this group of friends that go for a vacation in a home to visit friends, and they go into a mine that has some sort of supernatural time traveling quality.
Oh, wow, I love it already.
My character Michael is going through his own issues, and they block him in the mine, and he becomes traumatized and is essentially deranged from that point forward, I suppose. Does that make sense?
That makes sense.
Tell me,
no, that sounded good.
Is it adult viewing or these stupid teenage movies?
What do you think, Jimmy? Is it adult teenage movies?
I mean, no, it's kind of in between. It's not really a teenage. It's not one where everybody's like naked, throwing their boobs around and stuff like that.
Like one by one they get killed?
No.
I hate those stupid movies.
Not really. No, it's not really one by one they get killed. Ian.
No, but I like the idea that they're in a time.
I think that it's well, you don't actually know that until like near the end of the movie, but I think that for the people. For the people who love those kind of movies, I would say the age group's probably going to be like a 13 to 30. It's like a young Hollywood. Like everybody in it's becoming pretty popular in Hollywood, so it's like a young Hollywood movie.
After those actors around.
But the acting in it is really good, though. It's not like a lot of the other indie horror movies.
He's going to be good. He's the film. He's the name. That film wouldn't have gotten made if they didn't have him.
Actually, no. He's the biggest. He's been in the biggest movies, but everybody in the film has a good resume. Who
are they? I bet you I don't know one.
You don't know anybody.
I knew him. I knew him.
I know, but you don't know anybody anyway.
I knew.
If they're not part of Turner Classic Movies, or if it's not George Clooney or Angelina Jolie, because those are his favorites, he doesn't know who they are. But that's okay.
They've got to do a movie together now for you.
Yeah, wouldn't that be cool?
What, Angie and George?
So let's go back though. Hold on, because we got. I've been tweeting with Richard Gray. He's a really great guy. The movie is called Mind Games, you guys, and they have a Twitter. It's at Mind Games Movie. It's available now on DVD. It came out yesterday, so you can go to stores and get it. I'm sure it's on digital. Do you know all the different places they can get it, or no? Did they tell you?
I'm not sure, but it is on digital.
Yeah, it's on digital on demand. You guys can get it.
And I will watch it tonight, and I will critique it next Wednesday on the next Wednesday show. And I'll be honest. I mean, I know his work. He's a good actor. You're a good actor. If you got a lousy script, you can still make it work. A good actor can make a crummy script happen.
Actually, the script's not. It's a pretty good story. It's not a story that's been done a zillion times like everyone else, where you just go get hacked up.
Over the years, I've
critique it though.
Yeah, he will. He'll critique it.
Over the years, I've gotten scripts. Like the last film I just finished, which I won't even give the name because it's such a dog. I mean, it was horrible. I played a Brooklyn nasty cop, and my dialogue, I'm from Brooklyn, I'm nasty, right? And one of the lines were, well, I'm very upset now. Now, I don't know any Brooklyn cop that says I'm very upset now. You know, they say, I'm fucking pissed off, you know. But he's not going to, I'm very upset now. So sometimes the script doesn't go with the character because the writer is stupid.
So hang on, though. We're going to take a break. Hang on the line. We're going to get Chad to play the trailer for us.
Yay!
Right. And how about you introduce the trailer, Chad? You let me know when you got it ready to go, and then Joseph, you introduce it for us for everybody. That way, when the show comes out on television on Monday, everybody will actually see the trailer. People listening on the radio, they'll just hear it, and we're going to play it. And then we'll come back right after that and get back together talking again. How's that?
Ready to roll.
Sounds good.
All right, he's ready when you are. So go ahead and introduce it for us, Joseph.
This is the Mind Games trailer.
See this. Break the cycle.
Is this up for discussion?
This is amazing.
This is great.
There's no one there, mate.
Wow.
Yeah.
Get it.
So, Joseph, one thing I'll have to tell you is that when they kicked you out of the house, I was upset.
Thank you.
Chad, you have an echo.
What's that?
Do the reach.
Yeah, we had a little bit of an echo.
Oh, Joe, maybe turn down your speakers a little bit.
Hey, Chad, can you work on that?
Do say Ricola.
Chad's still there?
Ricola.
Hello.
I don't know.
There we go. It's gone. Okay.
There you go. How about now?
Perfect. Thank you, Chad. So I have to say too, it didn't end how I thought it was going to end.
Oh, don't say anything.
I'm not going to tell everybody how it ends. I just it didn't end how I thought it was going to end. But then after I watched it and thought about it, then it did end how I thought. But when I originally saw it, it didn't end how I thought it would end.
That's a typical Jimmy Star statement. Makes no sense, but it's a statement.
That's funny.
Okay, so everybody get Mind Games. It's out. Get it on video on demand. It's available. You can buy it in stores. I want to talk about one other movie real quick because I think it's on Netflix. I think I going through Netflix, I saw it not knowing you were in it, and that's the movie Jimmy P that you did with Benicio del Toro.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know if that's on Netflix? I think it actually is.
I think it is. I think it is on Netflix. It's called Jimmy P, right?
Yeah, Jimmy P.
We went through a couple different titles, because I think in France it might have a different title. But Jimmy P, yeah, it's about Benicio del Toro plays a Blackfoot Plains American Indian who fought in World War II and is suffering from post-traumatic stress and goes to the first PTSD clinic in the country in the 50s called the Menninger Clinic that was out of Kansas City. Out of Topeka in Kansas, excuse me. And it's the story of him being healed. It's pretty cool. And
you play a doctor in it, right?
I play, one of the psychiatrists, the one who initially brings him in and brings him before Mathieu Amalric's character.
That
Cool.
sounds like a good flick. I know Benicio. I met him years ago out in L.A., and he's a gent, a real sweet guy. I met him when he was with his aunt, and his aunt is a lovely, lovely lady, very protective of him.
He's very. I mean, talk about one of the greats. He's one of the greatest actors that we have. He's
Oh, yeah, and he's a great guy to boot. He's not a
very
star.
nice. Yeah, really great guy.
He's an actor. He's not a star.
Yeah.
Do you watch all your stuff? Like let's say you make movies. Do you watch them all, or do you just watch them once, or do you watch them over and over, or what do you do? How's your process?
I try to watch him, but I don't watch him over and over. No, I'll usually watch him once. But I haven't seen everything, and I don't just coincidentally for whatever reason. But I don't watch him over and over. No.
Do you have one that's like? Is there a certain film that stands out for you as like your favorite one, or one that you learned the most? Lincoln. Okay.
Lincoln was a pretty incredible experience. Lincoln was pretty amazing.
That
But
was a
Flags of Our Fathers and Milk too.
That was
Okay.
a very big film, Lincoln.
All of those were, which is freaking
But
cool.
Lincoln was a big money film.
What about coming out? Like you.
Yeah.
What
What's
about
that?
coming out? What about coming out? You have anything that we should be looking forward to seeing you in soon?
I did a movie with Patricia Clarkson that just came out in a couple theaters here in New York and also on iTunes called Last Weekend.
Oh, cool.
Oh, I saw it last weekend.
No, you didn't see it.
Yeah, it's a television show.
No, it's a movie.
Last weekend?
Last weekend.
Oh, I thought it was Lost Weekend. Oh, sorry. No, that was the Ray
Are you
Milland-
in New York? Do you live in New York most of the time, or you go back and forth? We're in Philly.
I live in New York now. I live in Brooklyn.
Oh, cool.
I'm from Brooklyn. Where in
Yeah.
Brooklyn do you live?
You don't have to
Carroll
give an
Gardens.
exact address.
No, like you didn't know I was from Brooklyn. You heard the accent, right?
Yeah, well, we live in South Brooklyn. We're in Carroll Gardens.
Okay, I was born in Red Hook. Actually,
Oh, yeah.
for a minute, and then we moved to Brooklyn Heights, where we owned a beautiful house right on the road there, overlooking the river and Manhattan. I used to ride my bicycle on that promenade.
Columbia Street, right? Oh,
Columbia, I was Columbia and Pineapple.
Wow, the fruit streets. Those are some good real estate right there.
Well, let me tell you something. My parents paid $3,600 for a 3-story house, and they sold it for about 10. And later, the building for the blind is on it, and they got millions and millions of dollars for that.
This is a couple years old because Ron's pushing 50 a couple times.
Don't get smart. No, I'll tell my age. I'm 50. I have no problem. No, let's put it this way. When Jane Russell was famous for her boobs, I was kind of like 3 years old.
Let's see if he knows who Jane Russell is. Do you know who Jane Russell is?
No.
Okay.
Oh, God, no. She's my dearest friend in the world. I loved her to death. She passed away a few years ago. She's the famous girl from the movie Outlaw that Howard Hughes made. She was famous for her brassiere and for her boobs.
And she was in Gentlemen Prefer Bronze with Marilyn Monroe.
She's the gorgeous,
okay.
She's the gorgeous brunette. Yeah, Jane Russell was one of the most celebrated actresses of the 40s and 50s.
So that's how you're working on how the property was $3,600 though.
I never
Back in
thought
the
that. I
day.
never thought that would give my age away. I really didn't.
All right, so we're gonna get moving on. So everybody, listen. Joseph Cross is not on social media, so the only way you're gonna get to see him is to stalk Brooklyn, or you're gonna have to actually just go see all his great films. He's a great actor. Make sure you go see Mind Games, or go and get a video on demand, or go buy the DVD. Check out all his other films. Flags of Our Fathers is on HBO right now. Check him out in Running with Scissors, Milk, Untraceable, Lincoln, Son of Morning, which I have to get just so I can see if I got cut out of it or not. And Jimmy P with Benicio del Toro and the new movie Last Weekend. We want to thank you for coming on
Wait.
the show.
I want to ask him a question, a very
Okay.
important question. Listen, do you find living in New York City difficult for getting movie roles? Because we know that everything is cast in L.A., shot all over the world. So do you get any roles living in New York as an actor?
Well, I grew up in New York, and then I moved to LA for a few years, and then I just moved back, so I can't really say, but I actually think I prefer it, and I think that it might actually turn out being easier to get roles here somehow. I don't know why. I'm knock on wood. I mean,
LA, the competition is outrageous. New York, the competition is less. And if you're a qualified working actor like you should have no problem getting a role anywhere.
Yeah.
But I'm meaning for an actor or an actor starting off, because a lot of the young kids that they talk to me, they want to know, how do you start as an actor? I say, go to LA. That's where it's laid out on the plate. More so than New York. New York is theater.
I think it's wherever you feel comfortable. feel comfortable. Wherever you can get a foot in the door, you know, whichever city, it's a pretty bi-coastal industry, I think.
Yeah,
And
I agree.
wherever you're comfortable. I mean, I lived in LA for a while. I love LA, and it was time for me to get back to New York, and I'm really enjoying living in New York for now. So I think it's just wherever you're happiest, and then you just pray that you'll find work.
Well, you sound happy, and there's nothing wrong with Brooklyn, my friend, especially South Brooklyn. I know probably where you are. There's a few towns there that are fabulous still.
Yeah.
And you've got the water nearby. It's just beautiful.
I love Red Hook. I love going out to Red Hook.
Perfect. Okay, so we want to thank Clint Morris from October Coast and Publishing for setting this interview up. We wish you all the luck in your career. Anytime you've ever got anything you'd like to promote, we'd love to have you back. We think you're stellar, and thank you so much for coming on the Jimmy Star Show.
And if we run into you, say hi.
Absolutely.
Thank you for coming on. You were terrific.
All right, Joseph. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Great guy. Nice fella.
What a cool interview.
Nice guy.
That was a cool interview, guys. I totally dug it. Okay, Chad, how was that? It was fun, right?
I would say that is pretty damn cool. It's kind of remind me of like a young Paul Newman.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love the idea that he lives in South Brooklyn. I wish I could afford South Brooklyn.
I wouldn't have thought, though, of all the great movies he's been in, and he's been in several like Academy Award films and stuff, that Lincoln was the one that he picked out that stood out the most for him.
Lincoln was an important part. He had a very important part in Lincoln.
He had important parts in all of them.
No, but some parts stick out more than others, Jimmy. You can lead a film, 10 films, and then there's that one film that you sparkle.
Yeah, but he had a big, he's like in the movie Milk, he's like sixth credited on IMDb, and it won an Academy Award.
That's not my point. I mean, Barbara Stanwyck made many movies, great actress of the 40s and 50s. Yet when we talk about Barbara Stanwyck, we have 3 films that she sparkles. Betty Davis, the same thing. 3 great films. Actors don't sparkle in every film.
Right.
So I think what he's saying is Lincoln is his sparkle film.
Okay, because it's such a great resume. It's just not even funny.
I mean, Lincoln was an interesting movie.
I like it. And it's cool that he's in New York.
Yes, it'd be nice if we ran into him one day in Brooklyn.
Absolutely.
I wish I could afford to live in South Brooklyn. I would.
Eventually, yes. So everything is good.
Really, really, really expensive, I mean.
That's okay.
Crappy walk-up is about $300,000 or $400,000. I mean, you want to live decently in South Brooklyn, you got to come up with $500,000 to $1 million.
Okay.
Okay, we'll pull it out of your ass. Let's go.
So, everybody,
I'm packed.
We're having a really good time. It was a great interview. We got another interview coming up in a little bit, plus our Hollywood Vixen's going to be coming up. Right now, we're going to take a little music video break. We're going to play Blake McIver's "Wish I Didn't Know You." Wish I Didn't Need You. Wish I Didn't Need You by Blake McIver. He was a guest on the show a couple weeks ago. Chad, how are we going with that? We ready to rock and roll?
Let's do
Blake
it.
is the best. We love Blake.
All right, everybody. Here's Blake McIver. "Wish I Didn't Need You." Back in a minute.
I never thought that I could feel this way inside. Now you've given me a light, restored my energy. I never knew that I, despite how hard I've tried, could find some peace and know my mind was able to unload. You can't walk away from me when you see that I still bleed. I try to forgive but can never forget. I live every day and I still feel regret. Can't find the strength on my own to go get what you've already given to me. I wanna believe I could leave it tonight, do with my body what I know is right. Yet you still drag me so far from the light that you've already taken from me. And then surrender comes. I don't know what I've done, yet inside I feel that all this darkness must be real. And there you are again, more enemy than friend. How do you look at me and know I just won't let you go? You can't walk away from me when you see that I still bleed. I try to forgive but can never forget. I live every day and I still feel regret. Can't find the strength on my own to go get what you've already given to me. I wanna believe I could leave it tonight, do with my body what I know is right. Yet you still drag didn't need you to go. I wish I didn't need you. I try to forgive but can never forget. I live every day and I still feel regret. Can't find the strength on my own to go get what you've already given to me. I wanna believe I could leave you tonight. Do with my body what I know is right. Can't you still drag me so far from the light that you've already taken from me? I wish I didn't need you. I wish I didn't need you anymore.
There you go.
There we go, everybody.
Whoa.
That's Blake McIver. Wish I Didn't Need You. We had him on the show a couple weeks ago. Superstar. You can follow him at Blake McIver.
And we love Blake.
And
He's
he's
one of our
hot.
special guests. I love Blake.
And now
sweet.
we have
He's
our
the best
Hollywood
guy.
vixen, Deidra Sarego.
Like me, hot and sweet. What's
There
up,
you
sexy
go.
people?
There you go. Say hey to the
Hi,
chat
everybody.
room.
Hey, chat room. What's going on? How y'all doing?
Fantastic.
Y'all doing good?
Yeah.
I mean, I just sit here and I look at my daughter and I say to myself, God, is she gorgeous and beautiful? But answer me a question. How come you can't get a husband?
I don't know. I've been told that guys think I'm a bitch or that I.
That's nice. That's nice.
No. Not talking to me. I guess when they just see me sitting out, I just look like they told me that you look like you're too high maintenance for me. You're too highfalutin, or you look like you're like going to be a bitch and you're unapproachable. And that's like the furthest thing from the truth. Why is there a quiet?
Oh, I
No,
was.
you're
Why
not
is there silence?
No, you're not a bitch.
I was going through the menu.
That's
I
really
was
supposed
going.
to be defensive.
I was going through the
Where's my
menu.
defense?
I was checking off the menu. No, you're not a bitch. You're a
No.
good girl.
Yeah.
You know, I've been
I
ill.
mean, I can be a bitch, but I'm not a bitch.
As I've told everybody, I've been ill for a couple of weeks, and my daughter made me the most delicious chicken soup.
I did.
And she brings me my little sandwiches and stuff. So she's a good girl, and she only needs to marry the best guy. She
Yes.
can't marry just anybody.
No.
That's why she's an old maid.
That's why I'll be an old maid.
That's so
I don't know
funny.
where he is. Where are you?
No, did you ever see that poster?
I know where
Wait,
he is.
did you ever see the poster? It's a bus stop bench, and there's a skeleton in a wedding gown.
Oh yes, that's me.
And it says
I
she's,
know.
she's
I
still
did-
waiting for the
Yes,
right
I
man.
did that. That was my first photo. My first photo shoot.
Right.
That was,
She's still waiting for
that
the
was
right
me.
man.
There's a red wig on her, and I'm laying there, and I'm like, "Where are you, Prince Charming? Where are you, my tall, handsome?"
So if there's
man?"
anybody out there that's worthy of my daughter,
yes,
you know, just text message me and I'll take care of it.
they're gonna need your number.
Don't give it to him.
No, no.
Don't give it. Yeah, no.
You can find him on
Go
Facebook.
to my Facebook, Ron
Go
Russell.
find me on Facebook.
Wait.
You can Google my name, Deirdre Sarego.
Oh, yeah,
There's a
it's-
ton of stuff
yeah,
on.
instead of going
Yeah,
to
but then,
sadly on the
no,
internet.
but then you'll get all the crazies.
I know.
He'll weed him out for you.
I can
know.
weed them out.
Where's my handsome Mel from 2 weeks ago? He like never came back.
I guess Mel got scared off.
Yeah, great. See, so it is
knows?
me. There is something wrong with me.
Mel
Oh
was
my
Mel was
God.
so in love with her. Mel was carrying on how she's
Mel was
gorgeous.
probably one of my friends playing a joke on me.
I
I'm
don't
gonna
think
kill
so.
you.
No,
It
that's
was
not
probably
no,
somebody, a
no.
friend of mine,
All
being a
that's no,
douche.
no, not really. All that stuff that Mel
Thinking,
wrote.
oh, let's go on there and pretend we're in love with Deirdre.
No.
Thanks,
Listen to me.
guys.
I know this from Shinola.
Yeah, you do?
That was an authentic person who really liked you, and I think she scared him off by
Don't I
being.
always-
by,
that's
well, she
what I
said
do best,
on
apparently. I
radio.
scare
She
men
said,
off.
"You know, contact me. Maybe we'll go out." I think
That was
maybe
like frightening. Okay,
maybe-
well then you know what? Don't contact me. Screw you. I don't want you. See if that works.
maybe Mel is
You know what?
married.
Leave me alone.
Maybe Mel is married.
Maybe.
Or maybe Mel has a steady girlfriend.
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know.
Or maybe Mel is in drag and he wants to be you.
Or maybe he's
Well,
impotent.
that's cool, Mel. We can have drinks. We can compare notes. I can
Maybe
teach you
he's
how to
got,
do my-
like, limp
I
dick.
can teach you how to do my makeup, and I could teach you how to do your red wig properly, so you
Oh,
look
Mel
like me,
might
and how to
get
walk
mad.
like me. I have a great walk.
Mel might get mad. Better not do
Then they'll
that.
think we're twins, Mel. It's Mel, and Deirdre.
Mel may not like. Mel may be a 300-pound football player.
Oh yeah. Hopefully, Mel is a tall.
It depends on how.
blonde-
Like, you could be
blonde,
300 pounds if you're.
blue-eyed, Swedish actor.
If you were-
When did you start with the blue-eyed blondes?
Oh.
Since she decided she's going to Sweden for her birthday.
Yeah.
When she was
exactly.
like 20 years old, she had a boyfriend. He was Colombian. She said, "Daddy, get ready because I'm marrying a Spanish man." I said, "What do I give a shit as long as he's a man? And he's willing to marry you, get you out of my house. I'll buy
He
him."
wouldn't care if you wouldn't care if it was a woman.
Oh, I would have a problem with that. I'm sad to say.
Oh.
No, it's
Go
very.
figure. The gay man that would have a problem if I was a
Yes.
lesbian.
No.
Thankfully, I'm not a lesbian
No.
because I wouldn't want you to have
No,
a problem
you
with
know
me.
why I'd have a problem with it? Because I would know the suffering you would have to do as a lesbian woman, being made fun of, being shut out of jobs.
Look how pretty she is. She'd be like,
I would be a lipstick lesbian.
Wait, doesn't matter. If they find out, they fire you from your job. You're not allowed in buildings where children are.
not anymore.
Oh,
Those
Yes,
days are
yes,
old.
changed,
no, it
thankfully.
still exists.
Okay,
Fight the
Bullshit.
good fight. Fight the good fight.
Yeah.
Human rights for everybody. Equal
Absolutely.
love.
Right.
Love who you want, America.
That's
the
right.
world. Who
I post that
cares?
stuff on Twitter and Instagram.
I'll
and
be
stuff
your
all the
I'll
time.
be your Joan of Arc. I'll stick up for you. If I ever see anyone insulting another gay person, I open my
You
big
do.
mouth. I don't care.
You do all the time anyway.
Yeah, I know. Why would it stop me now?
You're
But
like
I
the
got
most-
your back. I'll punch them out.
You're
kind of
like the most political member of the Jimmy Star Show crew.
No. Well, because
But I raised my kids not to say anything bad about black people or gay people. That people
any
are people. People
Any
are people.
People are people.
But you know what?
Even if there's differences, that's what makes us
Deirdre-
great. Because
Deirdre-
I like to bridge
Deirdre,
gaps.
where we came
Let's
from-
bridge that gap of difference.
Where we came from in Garden City, remember Leslie's little girlfriend who was mulatto?
Yeah, Tracy Pinkney.
And everybody always made note that she
know.
was half black. And that was so, oops, that was so terrible.
That
So
one you might
wrong.
have to actually
Yeah.
remember.
Boop, out. We couldn't say for unlawful carnal knowledge.
Yeah, I mean, that was terrible because Stacy was one of the loveliest girls.
Tracy.
Tracy.
You said Stacy.
Oh, Tracy, Stacy. It's the same thing.
Similar.
Anyway,
right,
I
so-
loved her. When she came to our home, she could sing with me. We had the best time.
She was great. She was a very sweet girl.
So anything interesting and fun
Oh,
going on in our
sleaze.
Hollywood sleaze? What is that? Chocolate?
Yeah, it's my medicine.
Oh,
Hold on. Shut up, everybody. I need
oh,
a
is it
minute.
real chocolate?
Hold on. Exactly, Chad. Chad understands my pain right now. I don't know.
Eat it.
Oh, I know
Thank
why
you.
she's upset because Ryan Gosling's having a baby. That's why
They had the baby.
She had the baby already?
They had a beautiful baby girl.
Somebody call the white coats.
Really happy for you, Ava.
Give me a piece of that chocolate.
You have diabetes now.
I don't have diabetes. Where the hell are you getting that shit from now? How the words go?
You're fat. You
She'll
can't
do
eat it.
anything not to give
I know
me
anything
chocolate.
not to give him chocolate because it's bad.
She'll give me
But,
diseases I don't have.
now you're making me have my disease of forgetting. Oh my God, Ryan Gosling. Congratulations, Ava and Ryan.
Congratulations, Eva.
I mean, in all seriousness, no, they had a beautiful baby girl. She's healthy. She's wonderful. It was very emotional. They both cried when they held the baby in the arms. Baby was born 4 days ago. They hid it from everybody because they're very private. I don't think we know the ounces or pounds, but the baby's healthy or the name yet. So my heart broke a little bit yesterday because, that's like my only star, like the only star that I would ever be like falsely in love with.
Gaga.
Goo goo, like crazy goo goo gaga, because I don't know you. I've never met Ryan, so I don't really love him. I just think he's really hot. But he's like the only star that I would ever really be sort of goo goo gaga over.
I
And
got news for you. If you met him, you'd probably think he's a jerk and leave him.
no, I would probably be in jail because I would be like raping him.
No, you wouldn't.
Oh yeah, I would. I would be so tempted to kiss him.
You may find out
Because
that he's a
he's so
terrible
handsome.
person. How many stars?
No, I've heard from people he's not. He's like a nice guy.
Yeah, everybody says he's a nice guy.
He's not a jerk. It's not like I can. He's not a dick. He's like nice.
I won't mention the star's name, but she's a
but yeah,
big,
eating
big, big
chocolate.
star.
Of-
And many men have met this star, and they all said the same thing.
Well, whatever. But
They wouldn't bang her with the buddy's dick.
well, I would
That she's a
bang
real bitch.
Ryan Gosling with someone else's.
I know, but I
crush.
think Ryan Gosling is everything I've ever read about him is he's really cool.
Yeah, he's
so
supposed to be
that's
really,
okay.
really nice.
And Eva Mendes is cool. I did the costume
I did
design.
meet her. I hung
I
out
met
with
her. She was nice.
One night we were watching Ringside at the Viper Room. I didn't go with her, but I sat next to her. But she was very, very nice. So I really have nothing honest and truly ill to say about the two of them, and I wish them the best.
Why
of luck.
would you?
I
mean,
know. I'm
you
just
don't
saying.
even know the
No,
guy.
but no, I know that. But there are
He didn't
people.
break up with
no,
you
I
to
know
knock her
that.
up.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying, but people on Twitter are getting very like.
No, she was super
Twitter girls
nice
are really
though.
angry.
I did the costume design for Too Fast, Too Furious, and she's the star of it. She was really nice.
So that's my. My heart.
That's why she
All
had
right,
to bring
move
the
on.
chocolate.
Now go find one that's not famous. One that's tangible that you can marry.
No, you can marry a
Why
famous
can't I
one.
shoot for the stars?
I married a
damn it?
famous
Shoot for
one.
the
She could
stars.
marry a famous one too.
Yeah, but your famous one is dwindling.
No, he's not.
If I were on the up of my career, I wouldn't be so nice.
Anywho,
At my age now, I don't really give a damn.
well, we've got a few things going on. Kanye is again in the media, and I have to
Now,
comment
who's
on this.
Kanye?
Kanye West.
Who the hell
Kim
is that?
Kim Kardashian's husband.
rapper husband.
Ugh.
Ugh is right. Apparently, he was in Australia at a concert, and everybody's up in arms because he said, "I want everybody to get up. I don't, and there was like 3 people kids or adults that were in a wheelchair and they couldn't get up, and he refused to play until they got up out of their wheelchair. And it was it was really, really bad. Now Kim Kardashian's retaliating, saying that the media, distorted everything and took everything out of context and rewrote his words, and the media planned it and da. So of course she's defending her husband, as every
Well, I have to agree. The media does do numbers on people.
Yeah, I know, but
we know that.
But allegedly there are like concert goers that are like validating it.
Well, what the press has to do. The press has to go and find that audience and ask those people, what did you hear?
I totally believe it.
And go on record so you can have it. I believe it.
And if that's the case,
that doesn't shock me.
Then if that's the case, then that Kardashian piece of work should never be photographed, talked about, or on television.
And meanwhile, she might be pregnant again. I don't know. There's speculation. She's got kind of what looks like a little bit of a possible baby bump, and she's not drinking alcohol.
No, I think
who knows?
I think
she fell on her ass, and now it's stuck out to her stomach.
But here's the factual thing about Kanye West, because I don't know about this event, but when he did that terrible thing to Taylor Swift on the MTV Awards, that was live on TV, and the whole world saw how.
That's just he's arrogant.
What did he do to Taylor?
That was years ago.
Yeah, she
won the Video Music MTV VMA Music Award for Best Artist.
And she was saying her speech, and he got up and took the microphone.
And he went up and took the microphone away. Yeah. She may have won, but Beyonce should have won it.
Exactly.
Oh no, that is totally
rude. That's like a 2-year-old throwing a fit. Why don't you just throw yourself on the ground and start crying and stomping your feet like a 5-year-old?
Who is this jerk? Is he in the business?
Yeah, he is. He's very rich and very popular.
Well, look, here's Dave Hughes from Stars Now posted a link on YouTube saying it's 4 minutes long, and it actually happened.
That's
cool.
Dave.
We'll have to check that out. Thanks, Dave.
He's a real POS.
Well,
and I wish I could say
if he made those crippled people stand up, if he humiliated those crippled people,
that poor handicapped person in a wheelchair,
he should be shot.
And not poor that they're handicapped, poor that they were humiliated.
Right.
Well, I hope he's in the next drive-by shooting.
Well, we don't wish him death.
I do. Anybody that would do that to a person in a wheelchair.
And my second person on my SHIT list is Joan Rivers. And sorry that you've passed, Joan, but you left $150 million only to your daughter, your grandson, and your dogs. She didn't leave any money to any causes. Wow.
No, that's not so.
That's all I got to say. That's what some news is reporting.
Well, that's not so.
That's pretty.
I met Joan Rivers years ago at the Manhattan.
$150 million. Can't give
I met Joan Rivers at that Manhattan Center years ago, and she was then giving money to AIDS. Joan has been a great supporter of AIDS.
Well, I hope that's the case.
Oh no!
Wow.
It'll all come out anyway. It's all going to come out.
Joan has been doing benefits. The Manhattan Center one, she didn't get paid. It was a benefit, and she loves gay people. Gay men.
I hope she loves them so much that she's willing to donate to them.
Let me tell you something. Joan Rivers had 10 times that amount of money.
She had $150 million.
That's nothing. Angelina Jolie has triple that. I mean, today those stars have tons of money.
Yeah, I know, but $150 million, you could leave a little to charity.
Maybe she gave her kid and the dogs the $150 million, and she gave $150 million to various
causes.
They
would have said that.
How do they know?
They know everything. They know like the last thing you ate.
Okay, Deirdre, first of all.
They know how much sleep you had last night.
This is a stupid conversation because we're never going to know.
No, hang on.
It'll come out.
Wait, hang on. First of all, to put that in print is stupid. Because she's dead. Have a little respect for somebody who's been dead a week, and don't write such garbage.
Well, if it's true, it's not garbage.
It doesn't matter. It's not point. It has no point. That's her daughter. I'm not leaving you my $150 million, okay? Because you don't want it. So when I croak, I'm going to leave it to the man in the moon.
Oh, good. No, leave it to the dog. Leave it to Star.
No, I think
you could join Joan.
I think that it doesn't matter, you guys. We're never going to know the real truth. More will come out about that.
I just thought it was.
I hate the press.
I get though the fact that he's saying it's terrible to write about that kind of stuff already. But if it's true, it's also terrible.
She's not here to defend herself. It's so easy to write things. I could turn around and say Elvis Presley was a drag queen. Elvis Presley was really a woman. Elvis Presley was Jewish. I could say
that has been on the Inquirer.
Right. Yeah, all that stuff's already been written.
It's already been written.
I could say all that about Elvis.
Didn't he die on the toilet? No.
Elvis is not here to defend himself. And when someone is dead, it's so easy to say, "Oh, they were my best friend."
Okay, well, here's somebody that can defend themselves, and that actually is, and that's John Travolta, who is being sued by his alleged gay lover, who was his pilot, and then also his alleged gay nanny that was taking care of his son, Jet. He also claimed that there were a little bit of a of a relationship going there between the two. So now John Travolta is speaking out saying that he's not gay and that these are all false allegations and that, none of this.
The more he denies it, the deeper in debt he gets.
Give him a good old shovel. Here you go.
John Travolta has a history of boys that goes as far back to Brooklyn. And I know people that knew him.
Well, I knew a makeup artist that passed by him in the hallway and turned around and said in conversation when I used to work for The Insider, and he was doing someone's makeup and he was telling the story to us and he got cruised by John Travolta. They were walking, like that.
That's nothing. That could be anything.
Yeah, no, but that just helped. I mean, I don't cruise girls. I mean, straight people just don't do that.
But you know something? John Travolta.
If you're straight, you cruise another straight person.
John Travolta's private life is no one's business but his.
True.
And I really hate it when people speculate on he's gay.
I don't care if he's gay or straight. I mean,
who cares if you're gay?
Kelly loves him. And
I don't care what straight people do in their bedroom. And by the way, they do the same thing we do. One less hole. But that's the only difference.
Whoa.
That's the only difference. There's no difference. When women say, ooh, gay men.
I'm so crazy. I'm sitting here going, one less hole.
He's like, wait a minute. And I'm counting in my head. But I'm a woman. So my holes are, speaking of holes, I have to do this. Okay, everybody needs to go to Netflix or whatever online where you get your videos, and I'm sure you could probably rent it too, because they just came out. And I didn't write down the actress's name of the movie. Forgive me, but it's with Stellan Skarsgård, Alex Skarsgård's father, and this English actress who's an amazing actress. It's called.
We're having our Ron Russell moment. We're having our.
She is my daughter.
And I didn't write it down. What is it? Volumes of a not necrophiliac, nymphomaniac.
Oh, that's a TV series, right?
No, it's movies. There are two of them. There's Volume 1 and Volume 2.
It's all about sex.
It's all about this woman's life and how she's a necrophiliac. God forbid.
Nymphomaniac.
Maniac.
He knows that word.
Yes, nymphomaniac, and it's really
Very well.
interesting. And Shia LaBeouf is in it, and Stellan Skarsgård, and the lead actress. I don't know her name. Oh
then
God.
you shouldn't.
I love Stellan Skarsgård.
I know. I forgot to write it down. Catherine something.
I don't cover
somebody.
stories.
Chat room. Google it for me, or go to IMDb. It's volumes of a nymphomaniac, I believe.
Joel says it's part 1 and 2 on Netflix.
Part 1 and 2. Yes. Thank you, Joel. Somebody write down the actress's name so I can say it. But it was really, really cool movie. Speaking of nymphomaniacs, and I got to see Stellan Skarsgård's penis.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's
he's
the
like
dad?
60-something.
Deirdre,
He's hot.
Deirdre, I think there's something wrong with you.
I think I'm in. No, I'm kidding.
I like him, too. I think he's hot.
Hot.
Yeah,
I know.
I want to watch it.
I know.
I really.
And you see his penis at the end. It's flaccid, of course, and he's not circumcised because he's
Oh,
Swedish,
Jesus.
so he's
What
got
else?
turtleneck.
How many pubic hairs does he have? Did you count them?
He had quite a bit, Gray. But he had a nice one. And
He's
a
made some
very
movies that
sexy
I
man.
love. He made these boxing
Deirdre,
movies back in the day.
I think I raised
Charlotte
you
Gainsbourg.
incorrectly
No,
somewhere.
you didn't. I'm
Charlotte Gainsbourg.
Oh, Charlotte Gainsbourg.
Somewhere,
Thanks, Joel.
somewhere
Thank you,
in your
Chapman. Thank you,
upbringing,
Joel.
I screwed up.
No, you didn't. I'm just a healthy 30-year-old woman with a healthy sexual
With a penis
appetite.
fetish.
What is wrong with that? I like penis. Penises are beautiful. Not all of them, but some of them are really good looking.
Like you don't.
Yeah, hi.
No, I don't.
The apple falls not very far from the
The
tree
gay,
at all.
Oh, wait,
the
James.
gay pot calling the kettle black.
Wait. James will tell you. I'm not fascinated by penis.
Okay, well, I'm fascinated
No,
by
I
penis.
know. He just likes crotches.
No, I'm not a penis person.
I like penises.
How do you
I
like
tell
that?
You know, I admit it wholeheartedly. I like penises.
No, and
So everybody goes check this show out. It's called. What's the name of it again?
the show. It's it's a movie. It's called Volumes of a Nymphomaniac,
Volumes of a Nymphomaniac,
Volume
Volume 1 and 2, everybody.
I believe.
if your penis fell off, I wouldn't care. I really
would have a
wouldn't.
problem.
Chad, did
if
you
my
hear
husband's
that?
penis
Yes,
fell
sir.
off.
Chad's like laughing.
Chad, would you have a
it's-
problem if your penis fell off?
Yeah,
honestly?
Chad
would
would.
you
He's
have a problem?
probably
Chad's
So, yes.
straight and he has a
Yep.
girlfriend.
I think we'd have a
Heather,
problem if
Heather
it
would
fell
be
off.
like crying.
What'd you say, Chad?
Said yes, I think we'd have a problem if it fell off.
Yeah,
Of course, but if
see?
Jimmy's
Thank
fell
you.
off, we have no problem because I get a knife, make a slit, and there we go. We're fine.
Oh,
That's terrible.
Sew it
and
up.
you have another hole there anyway. So what do you need his penis for?
Well, that's right. What do I need his penis for?
See, I don't like that. So I need a man's penis.
Luckily, we're on a gay network.
I do not want to have this conversation. If we're going to talk about somebody who doesn't have a penis, it's got to be somebody else's not penis.
Moving on from the penis.
Yeah, poor Jimmy. Jimmy's a bunch of the
I
non-penis
want mine.
joke.
I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to be
What
part
does
of the
that
not
make you
penis.
if you don't have a penis? If
Oh,
you have,
actually,
if you
no.
have
There's
one,
a real term for
there's
it.
a eunuch, but that's no nuts.
No, there's something.
Let me tell you something. If Jimmy's penis fell off, he'd miss those 3 inches big time.
That was so not cool. That
3
was
inches soft.
And so not true, folks.
Yeah, there you go. It's better. Okay.
Oh my God, TMI. I know my stepfather's penis size. Is anyone out there a therapist?
Our new
I'm gonna need it.
Our new camera operator's sitting there going, "Oh
She's
my God, what did I get
traumatized.
into?"
She's like, oh my God, when is the show over?
No, I have news for you. All the camera people that have come here, Glenn and she and
Carrie
whoever,
Ann, her name's Carrie
and
Ann.
they all love the show. They
know,
laugh
super
their
crazy.
asses off. How would you like to do 2 hours of boring religious stuff?
I know, yeah, she wouldn't like that.
Like
no,
now,
I'd be drinking
and
and heavily.
wait, now let's
Vodka, anyone? Martini?
quiet. And now I'm going to ask Sister Deirdre how she's protected her virginity all these years.
Well, I'm married to the Lord, so I'm married to the
We're
Lord.
so going to get in trouble by these religious networks.
That's not the answer I wanted. I wanted a funny answer, Deirdre.
Well, I don't know. I can't share.
Jane Russell's in heaven throwing bricks down at me now.
That's because I'm already.
What's the name of that?
Satan.
Yeah, there you go.
Sorry,
I'm already banging.
I'm already
Satan.
banging Satan. God, you're
Or
gonna
like one
have
of
to
those
take a
things.
number and get in
Remember
line.
those things when we did the live remote from the
I'm
sex
burning.
shop that one
I'm
time?
burning.
What was that
you
thing?
feel that it's my soul. I'm
What
burning.
Remember we went to the live sex shop in New Hope when we did a live remote, and we and there was their number
yes,
one
you
seller
guys
was
went to-
the egg, the vibrating egg dildo thing.
No, it's the.
I don't remember.
Oh God, wait a minute. I know what it is. It's the rabbit.
Yeah, it's the
Oh,
rabbit.
the rabbit.
The rabbit.
No,
It's
I
got
was
the
involved with the
pearls.
girl with the edible panties.
Yeah.
I've never tried
They
edible
come in
panties.
strawberry, chocolate, and mint.
That's gross. I just have no.
Well, it depends, if you don't shower.
Oh, you guys, we're going to do a quick commercial real quick. Here's the quick commercial.
Quick commercial.
Because I just saw it in the chat room. But Friday, you guys, 5 p.m. Eastern time, if you go to W4CY.com for the Irish Ginger Show or Ginger Irish Show, I get them confused. Dave Hughes from Stars Now is a guest on the show. I was on the show last week. It was fun. And so Dave Hughes from Stars Now UK is going to be on the show. So check it out on W4CY Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern time.
cool. We'll have to watch that.
And
I'm not working.
Chad, look, I just finished drinking this whole glass of iced tea, of the tea, sugar-free green tea.
Oh, good.
Sugar, was it sweet?
No sweet.
Oh, yeah. It's got Splenda in it, which is rotten and
Well,
bad
what am
for
I
you.
going to do? There's such thing as iced tea
Honey.
without anything.
Can you have honey? Because honey is a really great. It doesn't make you
little
fat.
by little.
Something natural.
Meanwhile, our camera girl has a very interesting chest. She's quite chesty, and all she's
Here you
doing,
go, Carrie Ann.
and there's all
It's
she's
on,
doing.
girlfriend.
When she bends forward to the camera, she's got quite a lot of decolletage.
She's got very big boobies. She's
Decolletage.
like a double F.
Wait, hang on, dude. She's got decolletage.
Decolletage.
I want to relax you now. Stop pulling your sweater over your boobs. Let them hang out.
First of all, we're gay, so we're not really interested in touching them or anything.
And just
I only wish I had boobs that big. I'm only like a C
wait.
cup.
Let those sisters get some air.
Sisters.
If you air those sisters out, girl. Wow, look at
There
that.
we go.
Woo.
Oh,
Talk
Go
about a
Carrie Ann.
chest.
She's got to be like a double F. What are you, like an FJ? H.
An
I knew
H.
somewhere down the alphabet.
FGH, that's like
Do
halfway through the
do
alphabet.
they
That's
come in
like-
H's?
Yeah, well, apparently, look at those things.
Oh my god! Like what? 99H?
42 double H.
Oh my god! How do you stand up straight without toppling forward?
Do they hurt? They must hurt. Yeah.
Oh,
See,
poor
it hurts. Your
thing.
back hurts. Everything. When you roll over, it's like, oh my god.
After you get married,
like
have
sacks
them
of
reduced,
coal.
but not until you get married.
Yeah,
That's
first
your
hook 'em.
calling card.
Exactly.
That's your
Because
calling
after a
card.
baby, those are going to be like
Oh my god!
watermelons.
Well, like your mother. Deirdre's
Where's
mom
Dave? Isn't
was
Dave supposed
very
to call?
large
Supposed to
chested.
call us.
And
Yeah,
when
where
she
is
had our first child, which was Leslie, she was a 42 double D on a size 6 body. And I remember we were at a restaurant one night, and she had on a
tweet him.
white
Yeah.
satin blouse.
My
a beautiful,
phone's over there. I can
and
probably
suddenly I
text him,
looked
but-
and I said, Joanne, look, you're soaking wet. The milk was coming out.
Oh, she was lactating.
Oh my gosh.
They couldn't stop the milk. It ruined that satin blouse.
Bummer.
And she was upset. I said, don't be upset. It's natural.
Yeah.
You sit there, and milk comes out of your boobs and go over the table. The waitress had to come over and mop up the table. Lady,
Nowadays,
don't you
it's
have to
so-
shut those fountains
No,
off?
nowadays it's so understandable. I mean, it's almost, I don't want to say acceptable, but you could absolutely.
But you know what
people
I
wouldn't be like,
you know
"Man,
what
we
I
need
used
to cover that.
You know what I used to do with your mother's brassiere? I used to put on as a yarmulke.
I know.
And it fit my whole head. The whole cup fit my head. Poor lady.
Oh, she didn't give me any of those.
No, but Leslie got them.
Yeah, I know she did.
Leslie's
she got the D's and I got the C's.
That's all right.
Small C.
Get
but
married,
whatever.
you'll get bigger. You know, they play a little bit and they sort of get bigger.
Really? Is that how that works? That's been so long I wouldn't know.
Well, if you don't play with
I
them,
don't
they stay
remember.
small.
Oh, great. Wait.
No, not you play with them. You got to have a husband.
Damn it.
A husband plays with them. Get a husband. H-U-S-B-A-N-D.
Plea again. Plea
Husband.
again. If you want to come play with my breasts, call me. Oh my God, this show is so raunchy.
Perverted.
I'm raunchy.
We are raunchy.
That makes it
David,
fun.
where are you? Villada, call in. You're supposed to be calling in.
Okay, we have a long way to go. We have 30 minutes.
Well, that's because our
Well,
guest
that's 'cause our guest is
I'm
supposed to
working
be
on it.
calling.
So talk about something for 1 second.
Where is my ass is killing me on this chair.
Yeah, these chairs are not comfy. They
We need
suck.
better cushioning.
Yeah, we need to get little like cushions.
And
'cause
now
my
that
ass
I've
hurts.
lost 21 pounds, I've lost half of my ass.
Whatever you have, I want to. I have the
God
I have the
forbid.
slow thyroid.
I
You
have
a
the
over.
fast one.
Yeah, that sucks. I'm trying to lose 20 pounds, and this one's trying to gain it. Here, I'll give you my 20.
I'll take
I
it.
hear something.
I don't
Me
like
too, I
Here we
hear
go. Here we
something.
go. Here we go. I
Oh,
hear
I want
David
to
on
see
my
Dave. I haven't seen Dave.
Hey guys, what's up? What's going on?
Hey, Dave, did you call
Hey,
with
so
video
great
Skype?
to hear from you guys. So great to be in the show. Thank you so much for inviting me.
Dave, are you video Skyping? I want to see you. You're
I
supposed to
don't-
video
I don't see
Skype.
you.
I
Did you hit
your
video?
Skype. I can see you. You can't see me. Oh, okay.
No.
Chad, can you see him?
No, sir.
Oh, hang
Wait,
on.
wait,
Here it goes.
hold
Here it
on.
goes. Yeah, yeah,
Please
yeah. Oh,
stand
no.
by.
Wait, that was a tease.
That was an attempt.
See me?
Wait, almost.
we're
Hold
working on it, Dave. Everybody, this
So I
is
haven't
live.
seen you
We're
in
working on.
forever.
I know it's been a few
You
years.
haven't seen me in forever. Although I'll see you this January when I come out to LA.
It looks like it's like work. There we go. Yay!
Hey, there we go. Hey, guys.
everybody. This
How are
is
you?
David.
Thank you for inviting me to the show. I really appreciate you having me as a guest.
Hey,
Absolutely.
Dave. How do we pronounce your last name?
Villada.
Villada.
All right, everybody. This is David Villada on the Jimmy Star Show. Hello and welcome. Yay! Before we get started,
Thank
Screaming,
you.
Mike.
Thank
Yes.
you for having me. I really appreciate that.
let me introduce you first off to our outrageous man about town, Mr. Ron Russell.
Hey, babe.
Hey, Ron.
Yeah, I don't want to upset you or make you nervous, but 18 million people are watching you right now.
And, first of all, nothing makes me nervous, and I don't want to upset you either. But
Yeah.
Good.
I'm freaking glad. I mean, let's make it 32 million people.
Yeah.
There you go. I like that. That's a good
Well,
response.
with guests like you, we can help do that.
There you go.
My friend is fearless.
noise.
And David, you need no introduction. We know each other. We're
Yeah, so we
friends.
got Deidra Sarego, our
Hi.
Hollywood
Nice
vixen.
to meet you.
Hey, Deidra, nice to meet you.
You look really familiar. Wow.
Then we got the man behind the boards who answers the phone, Mr. Chad Murphy.
David Villada, welcome to the show, sir. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so
I'm
much.
I'm Jimmy Star, and we have a chat room full of people. Give a hello to the chat room.
What's up, guys? Everybody in the chat room, hello.
Yeah, I like that.
God, he's like you.
Yeah, he's like me. Perfect.
Yes.
You're fabulous.
Could you imagine the two of them
Thank you.
together?
David has a nice big personality.
Wow.
I love
That's
it.
why he and I got along.
I love it. I love it. Love it. All right, so everybody, David Villada, he is an actor. In the past year, he's shot 7 feature films. They're going to be coming out in 2015. He's also friends with Deidra.
Yes, he
And
is.
so I'm going to let her
Right.
start things off and talk a little bit.
Hi. Oh my God, it's been so long since our days back in, do we even say when? What the
It's
hell?
A few years ago, back in the day. Let's say back in the day. I already uses that. You know, it's like, back in the
Right.
day, remember?
Back in the day of our Saddle Ranch days.
No, but
David-
our life was different. I mean, we were
Yes.
just we used to just have jobs to pay our bills. So what we didn't count as what we were.
Exactly.
But that's how we got together. We used to bartend and serve tables together, and,
Yes.
and made a bunch of friends like that. Actually,
Yes, we did back at Saddle Ranch way back when.
I like it because I was looking on your resume of the different movies you've done. And one movie, I guess you played a bartender in it, but it's called Dark Hearts. And
oh yeah, that was like 6 years ago.
Yeah, the guy who's the lead in that, Kyle Schmidt's a good friend of mine, and so I used to dress him for a lot of appearances and stuff. I always like it when I go and look at credits, and then like I've either worked with or know, or we've had him on the show, people on the show who are in like all the different credits. So it's a fun credit to have, and now you got all these new movies coming out. Which is a lot of them. And you also, one thing that I think is really cool, which Ron doesn't like tattoos, but I like tattoos. And in your picture, you got 2 sleeves.
Yeah.
You have 2 tattooed sleeves. And
I do. I'm fully sleeved. It's
I love it.
I thought about doing it, and then I grew into really getting it done. And then all these people would be telling me, don't do it. Yes, do it. It will be good for your career. It will be bad for your career. But you know what? This is me. And it's gotten me a lot of work, actually. A lot of exposure.
I don't have any problem with tattoos. The problem I have with tattoos is when you're 80 years old, they're going to be all mushy. They're going to look like varicose veins or black and blues. So then you're going to have to go and have them removed, and that's a fortune of money.
Oh, no way. There's too many to remove.
Tell me about it.
So what do you mean?
Forever.
At 80 years old, when you go down to the beach in L.A., Malibu, and you're wearing your thong, and all of your tattoos are hanging.
Exactly. Your yellow Colombian banana hammock.
That's right. We call that one the fisherman.
No, that was good. That was good. So, like, actually, though, because, like, I know, like, I'm friends with Danny Trejo. He's got a lot of tattoos. And
they were in a movie together.
Right.
And you were in a movie together. So, like,
With
the
Danny
tattoo
Trejo.
thing for you to play, like,
I work in films and productions that Danny's been part of, but I have not met him in person just yet.
Oh, I thought you guys had worked together.
No, I wish.
Well, he's got. I mean, there's a lot of actors though who have tattoos who get all kinds of roles, and a lot of times then you play like a lot of times you probably play like the thug role or like the mean guy role.
Pretty much. I'm pretty well. I guess I attract the bad guy a lot, and I don't even know why, because I'm a really good guy. I know, because it's the accent, the hair, or the tattoos, or whatever it is. They always place you. Oh, he's gonna steal something. You don't want him to date your daughter. Oh, he's about to do something really bad. And well, thanks to that, I've gotten the roles again. But it's nothing like me, actually. I'm actually a really good boy.
Look
I'm
at all
a
the
really
movies.
good boy. You know what that means? Really good boy.
Yes, a really good boy. Go ahead, Ron.
20 years ago or 30 years ago, whenever they portrayed a Hispanic person, they were either giving neckties to people, cutting their
Colombian
throats,
neckties,
or they were smuggling drugs over the border, or they were raping women. So it's what Hollywood did to the Hispanic people. Now, being a New Yorker from Brooklyn, I grew up with Puerto Ricans. I don't know what the hell they're talking about when they do this Hispanic bullshit. I mean, the people I know were wonderful. Families, decent, went to college, became teachers. I mean, lovely people. So we've got to get rid of that image of the tattooed Hispanic is a drug dealer, a murderer, a raper, and a piece of nothing.
It's kind of confusing. I mean, see, for what I come from, or the people that know me since I was little, I'm a hybrid. Because I have a little bit of a trend with the crossover on the American roots and the Colombian roots, but I'm also a mix of a rocker, but I also have the so I got, the whole Latinx mixed up. But the way, if I wanted to call it something, I just call it flavor.
There you go.
You got to keep it sexy, flavor. You know what I mean?
Well, we are teaching Hollywood that gay people are not all effeminate, silly queens with high heels, and the same thing goes for Hispanic people. Black people, I think we've done a pretty good job
breaking the typecasting.
Because, black people now have fabulous parts in movies, leading parts, and we love and adore every one of them because they're brilliant actors. So I think we, the actor, has to tell the film, could I play it a little more respectable? That's what I would
Unless you're getting hired as a gangster.
Well, Rita Moreno has agreed with me on this conversation. A group of us about 7 years ago were talking about it, and Rita Moreno is a Puerto Rican, and she said for the longest time, boy, she had a job with roles. And what a brilliant actress and dancer.
I think, though, too, it is a typecast in life in general. I don't know if you guys ever watched, like, Nip Tuck. But in the first season of Nip Tuck, there's a Spanish guy who's like plays the thug, and he's all tattooed up, and he's been in a million movies, and I'm sure he gets all his roles because he can play this thug. And I actually, he's so believable as a thug in his movies, like you probably are too. And then I met him in real life walking down the street, and I said hello to him, and he was like the nicest guy ever. And you were like, oh my God, like you have your tattooed covered. I mean, he's got them on his head, and he's got them like everywhere, and I was like super freaking out. And then I also, I'm friends with a guy named The Enigma. He did a bunch of stuff for the X-Files, and his whole body is a puzzle.
Yeah, the blue puzzle.
His whole body is a puzzle.
Yeah.
I mean, his head and his eyes, and he has like these like what do you call those things in your head?
The little horns.
Yeah, he's like horns put underneath his skin.
This,
and his
this
head.
this guy's a little off.
No, he's the nicest guy ever.
course
He's
he's
just
nice.
different and unusual looking.
Yeah, and he
I
wants
think
to be
that
who he is.
society's
You shouldn't judge a book by its
typecast,
cover.
society typecast, and television typecast everybody. And then when people meet you in real life, like I'm sure if I saw you in a movie and I didn't have you on the show now, and you played some badass guy beating people up or threatening people or whatever. Because like I know. Like we have a movie. I don't know what you play. We're going to talk about some of these movies coming up. But like if I saw you in the movie with all the tattoos and everything, well, I would probably like it. But because that doesn't freak me out. But back in the day, though, 10 years ago, if I didn't already know a ton of people filled with tattoos and I saw you, I would probably think, oh my God, I saw the guy in this movie and like he's a mean mother. I'm not going to like say a word. And then I would say hello to you and you'd be like, hey, what's up?
And then you'd realize he's a nice person.
Yeah, that does happen. That does happen all the time. I mean, when it comes to making film, a character is just what the person grasps from it and what they can add to it. So it really doesn't end up being you at all. I can tell you that 90% of the characters that I played have a little bit in common with me because, of course, I'm the one playing them. So they originate. The source is my heart and my soul, but it's what I will be like if I were a thug, or what I will be like if I were a killer, which I'm not. But I can guess, and you can guess, what would you be like if you were a killer, if you were a serial killer, if you were a drug dealer? What would you
I don't have to guess.
It's called acting. Yeah. It's called acting. Absolutely. Yeah. If you can't portray the character written for you, then get the hell out of the film. But I mean, I
do believe that typecasting does play a very important role in anybody's career, because thanks to typecasting, and everybody thinks of it as a bad thing, thanks to typecasting, you're never going to find me in a Burger King commercial just grabbing the burger, say, hey, John, how's it going?
No, but I see that.
You know what I mean? Everybody kind of let the chips fall where they may, and you end up being in the place where you belong to and you're best at. You can always fight it. I could always clean up, shave, fix my hair, and perhaps I could talk like this. It doesn't matter. You end up playing. You could fake to play somebody that you're not, and you can actually be successful at it. But what you're best at is what you should be doing. What you should be totally working hard for.
The thing I was originally going for is Hollywood. In so much as an actor, and I've made movies too, I don't like sometimes what Hollywood offers you. We take it because we're desperate to be famous and to work. So we'll kind of lower our standards. But I'll tell you one thing. If tomorrow they offered me a role to play a way out screaming effeminate fag, I would turn it down because I don't want to enforce this image anymore. I'm not a screaming fag, nor was Rock Hudson, nor was a ton of other movie stars. But when it comes to gay, they always have the effeminate, fruity guy looking to blow somebody in the bathroom. I think that's horrific. Hollywood has got to show both parts. Show the drag queen nut job, but also show the handsome gay man who dresses Ralph Lauren and lives a normal life. Same thing I say for you. The Hispanic man, I would love to see you play a family man with children in a house, suffering the things that we all suffer from. You lost your job.
I would love to play that too. I would love to play, and I think that is just part of the spirit of the world, how we are growing global. So now we don't think like my country or my region or my job or my mentality or my religion. We more think like us, all of us that we're stuck in this bubble.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And just like that, we're helping the world evolve in understanding and education by realizing that judgment of character is just that. It's what you guess about an individual based on what you know.
Wow, you speak very well. I love it.
No, I agree with what you're saying, but I also go back to Hollywood has got to wake up.
Well, that's
and
not going to
show.
happen. So,
Well, you know why? Because it's money and it's greed.
Yeah, it's just
and
not
they
gonna
want to
happen,
blow up
so.
people, and they want to they'll make you an Arab. They'll put you in an Arab outfit, killing children in a school, just so the film will sell. Now that makes a bad image for you. This is my point. Stop getting certain.
I don't think that'll happen, though.
Yes, it will. If we all say no, it happens. If every actor out
Well,
there,
they're not going.
But then
Every
everybody
actor is
wants
not
to
going
work.
to do that.
They want to work.
I know that, but take
Okay.
another piece.
You know, I mean,
read another script.
Anyway,
No, but I do agree that like I turn down roles that I don't feel I like, or I'm okay with the story, or I don't like what the character will do.
Good.
I play a rapist in a film, but I loved what the character did, although I'm not a rapist. But if I had to play a role, or if I was confronted by a role that plays something I was totally wrong about, that I will never recognize myself doing, even if I was under those circumstances, I turn it down. I have. It's just
that's cool.
Yeah, I've learned I'd rather not do bad work. I'd rather not do any work than bad work. I don't want a film to go out that I feel, gee, I shouldn't have done that. I don't like what I did. I don't live well with that.
So let's
talk about some of the stuff that Dave has
Sure,
done. Because he's been in a Lady Gaga video. He's got 6 Ways to Sundown.
Tell us. I want to hear about 6 Ways to Sundown because it's got a great cast.
And he just worked with Selma Hayek when she was directing.
I love Selma Hayek.
So,
I worked in like 25 music videos with incredible directors, performers, dancers. When it comes to music, I think participating in a music video, it limits you to exposing what you have, because you're only helping somebody else's vision.
Yeah.
And you don't rarely have some lines. I've done like probably 4 music videos where I got to say something, but all you said is a very short line. But when it comes to film, 6 Ways to Sundown, that film really changed my life, because I got to work with an incredible cast. I have Vivica Fox, Dominique Swain. I have Vinnie Jones. Vinnie Jones plays my opposite. Like, he's out after me and I'm after him. I can't spoil much of the film because it hasn't been released yet. But I work with Michael Walton. I work with Nadine Samoa, and oh my God, I never had worked with so many people that had such an incredible career, and I had such a little. And I'm trying, like all these guys were superstars making films left and right, 20, 40, 50, 60, 100 films, some of them. So that was a great experience. I walk into the audition, and I walk onto the set, and after the audition, the film was about a cartel. So everybody that got the cartel vibe for the audition was dressed like a homie,
right?
Like a like a
homie,
like a cartel under person, And I'm Colombian, so when you told me cartel, I just dressed the part, and I showed up to the audition with a suit and a tie and my hair slicked and all. And I walked. Are you guys there? Can you hear me?
Hang on. What happened?
Video.
Something happened with the
There you
video.
go. Now the video is coming back.
You're
Okay.
back.
Gotcha.
There we go.
There you go. Now we
So
can see it.
I walked onto set after I already booked the role, but it was a small role. And when he saw me he saw the way I showed up. He's like, "Come here." He showed me a couple of parts of the script. He asked me to read them, and he's like, "You're Camacho now," and that's how it happened.
Nice.
But after that part, I was able to develop relationships with a lot of people that are in the industry.
Yeah.
And it led me to be able to plant other seeds, and I'm very happy about it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, like
How
you
was
start-
Dominique Sway?
Wait, I have a question for him. What is the name of the restaurant you worked in?
We used to work at Saddle Ranch.
Yeah. Were you in Saddle Ranch the night that they threw a knife and Deidre almost got killed in the leg?
I don't know if you were working that night.
No, I doubt I was.
A couple of people had a fight. One guy threw a knife, and the knife just missed her calf by an inch, and it stuck in the seat.
Wow.
Yeah, that was.
That Saddle Ranch sounded
I
wild
did
to
get
me.
into a lot of bar fights when I worked there.
Do you remember the time Nick kicked the gun out of the guy's hand on the dance floor?
Are you serious? This is in L.A.?
Yeah, this was in L.A., Universal
Where?
City. Me, oh God, we all used to work there. I started right after
where was the
Kevin
restaurant?
Scotty was there. I knew Kevin Scotty. He and I went to college together.
Yeah, we're still friends.
Yeah, I know. I love Kev. It was in Universal City and Universal Studios.
Well, that's a pretty nice neighborhood. Nobody's shooting guns there.
Daytime it is, but not at night. But anyway,
I want to go back real quick. How was
me too.
Dominique Swain?
Yeah.
Did you get to actually
Is she nice?
meet her? Because I've always wanted. I like her a lot.
I worked with her in 3 films after that. I worked in the film The Sixth Friend when we played opposites, and then I worked with her in a DC Comics release where she played a super villain. I forgot the name right now, but I played Black Adam, and I work with her too. And she also is cast for the film Swaggy. It's a film noir period piece where I'm also one of the producers in this film. It's not yet in production, but it's in pre-production, and Dominique Swain is one of them. And also The Sixth Friend, Lost in Darkness, The Demon in the Dark, and 6 Ways to Sundown. All of those I work with Dominique Swain.
That's really cool.
any love scenes with her?
Yeah.
You get to kiss her?
No
love scenes? I was going to ask you about that. So what's it like to kiss Dominique Swain? Because she's cute.
Oh my God. No, let me tell you, Dominique Swain has so many fans. When we met and we started working together, I will put a couple of pictures of me and her on set or whatever, because it's, to me, this is a souvenir.
Yeah.
So I'm just proud and happy about it. Oh my God, people are just hating. Who is this guy? Who is that girl? What's going on? So after that, we realized that I'm pissed people off and we like doing it. So we started doing, every time we worked on set, we put a picture of us together and it became a legend.
And tweet it and face. Yeah, because I saw all that on your Facebook. I'm like, oh, Dave's working. I was so proud. I'm like, wow. I'm like, Dave's got so much work going on.
So how come you and Dave never hooked up?
Oh, no, we never did. To go on the record, David and I are just strictly friends. We never dated. Because he was dating somebody at the time when we worked together. And I mean, I don't know. I was kind of like having that torrid affair with Brock, another bartender of ours. We had, remember Brock?
Oh, look, he's like laughing.
Yeah.
You know, Dave, I got to tell you.
We don't talk about Brock.
That went on even after he moved to Florida to New York with the girlfriend. Like, he just recently got married to her. She actually stayed with him. But we continued that affair. Wow, though, anyway. But that was funny. But,
what did I raise? I really made a few turns that were wrong turns raising you, Deirdre. You know,
no, it was just stupid.
Deirdre's my daughter. You know, Deirdre's my daughter. You know
I don't know
that.
if you know that he's my dad.
Deidra,
But
when I met her, she was a little puppy, and now she's like a tiger.
No, she's a cougar.
Cougar.
Wait,
I know, because we're old now, Dave. Great.
did you
And
know?
there's no win in this equation. You're on your own, girl.
I'm
I
30. What are
stay
you talking
25.
about? Oh, good. I'm
No,
30.
I'm kidding.
Dave,
It's
Dave,
fine. Yeah.
did you know Deirdre's my daughter?
Congratulations.
No, she really is. She really is. I'm not
We need
kidding.
to talk.
He thinks we're kidding.
No, he really
he
is my
knows.
father.
I'm a dad, and I freak out from some of the things I hear.
That's okay. It's fun.
Yeah, whatever.
Wow.
It was so many
No.
years ago. I was a
Yeah,
stupid 20-something kid. What did I know? You know, whatever. You live and you learn.
Remember when we met? You were a stupid kid, and I was a stupid kid too.
That's right. We were a stupid kid
Well,
making
what a
stupid
journey.
decisions together. And look at how we grew up 8 years later.
Oh,
We're-
yeah, I don't know. You know what? What gets me is the haters.
Mm-hmm.
The people that just always couldn't spend any time with their own life and had to stop and look at our life and hate and hate and hate. And then 5 years go by, 10 years go by, 20 years go by, and they're still in the same corner, at the
Yep.
same bar.
Yeah.
at the same gig,
Hating.
Same people hating for no reason. Oh,
Absolutely.
my God.
I agree
It's
with
pathetic.
that. Oh,
But
they
look
don't-
at us now.
I love that.
Yep, exactly. It's like
Yeah,
that's the
Deirdre
middle
did-
finger.
Deirdre did 2 films in New Orleans just a little while ago. Not really.
I did, but whatever. We're not
She's so
talking.
modest. I
No,
hate
but
you.
it's not my time. It's Dave's time.
I know, but you should.
So-
We have conversations here. We don't do interviews. They're
I know,
conversations.
but So, you got to work with Salma.
I love her.
I worked with Salma Hayek.
Is she nice?
It was amazing. It was amazing. It was amazing. I went to first I booked a music video, and I was up for the lead, and I didn't get the lead. So I was all right, fine. So I go shoot a music video, but I don't know anything about it. When they greeted us, and it was like 6 of us sitting in the room, and then they told us, okay, the director is going to come talk to you guys. I'm like, cool, another day at work. Well, the director walks in, and it's Salma Hayek. Salma Hayek was directing a video where Will Smith, what's her name? Jada Pinkett Smith was performing in Spanish, produced by Will Smith, and Salma Hayek was the director.
Oh, that's a great little combo. Lucky combo.
Yeah, I thought I was just gonna sit on set until they told me to do what I do, and then I go home. But no, she was so amazingly humble and inviting. She was like, "What are you doing? Come here, sit over here. Oh, look at this, look at that. You like it? Very nice." She was so into it and so genuine and so humble. People, every time I encounter somebody way more successful than me, that is doing what I want, and they approach me way more humble than I would approach anybody, it makes me feel so inspired and driven. It makes me
Absolutely.
feel so
Well, that's an old Hollywood saying. The bigger they are, the nicer they are. It's the little crap coming up in the world that really are nasty, and they're the mean people. But
right.
I mean,
it's like this myth, like there's this lifestyle that we're all here just partying and having a great time. It's like, I'm sorry, but let me tell you, these are the hardest working people I met in my entire life. Mm-hmm. Just like teachers, we go to work and then we take the work home. We're always working 24/7. My office is always open.
Always.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know?
And
so when can I call you? I'm like, call me right now.
And you guys, well, meanwhile, speaking of offices, you guys started up your own production company, Valero Productions.
Yes.
Ooh,
well, a couple of years ago, I didn't have the team that I have right now or the manager that I have right now, but I was pretty frustrated because I wasn't getting the results that I wanted. So I thought, well, if they're not going to cast me in their productions, I'm going to create my own.
Yeah.
And I told that to a friend, and I told it to another friend, and it led to all of us getting together and finding an executive producer and enough money for us to produce a pilot. We produced it, show it to a couple other people, and then they wanted us to do their production. So we kind of fell into that. And after I did it for a couple of years, I honestly can tell you that I would love to produce my own stuff for my own satisfaction.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
I don't want to be a producer.
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
It's too much work to do. Not what if production is your thing, be a producer. You will be so happy. But my thing is acting. I like creating the story. If it's me who come up with the idea, if it's me who wrote it, I will find producers to produce it for me.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I love acting also. Jimmy is in the production end, and Jimmy drags me into, we're Russell Star Productions, and we're another company where we make films. I hate that part of the business. I don't want any of the tech stuff. Give me my script. I want to read my script. Then I'm in my heaven. I'm not interested in the business. Just acting.
Acting is just it's like being a Justin Timberlake, and you go around the world, but you get up on the stage, you do your concert, and then you're out. Well,
right.
The rest of the people that put it together and stay up and put it apart, that's a different gig that it didn't work out for me the way I thought it would.
Doesn't interest me either.
Okay, so here's what we got to do. First, David's on Twitter, everybody. If you can follow him, it's at David Villada, Villada on Twitter.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate you following me.
Are you on Facebook? Are you on Facebook for people to find you?
Yes, I am. David Villada.
David Villada at Facebook and Twitter. You guys can add him. We want to, first of all, say congratulations on all your great work and all the movies coming out. We want to thank you for coming on the show. We got to cut it off because we're out of time.
All right. Well, thank you guys for having me on the show. I really appreciate you. I love you guys. I hope to come back to the show pretty soon.
Absolutely.
And
I'll see you in January when I'm in LA.
And Jimmy and I will see you when we come
I
out.
want to thank all the audience and everybody that listens to your show, because if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be here. I really appreciate you all.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Bye, honey. I'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Thank you, guys. Have a great day.
Bye.
Ciao,
Nice guy.
Very nice.
All right, everybody. So, like, he's a really cool guy. Everybody in the chat room loved him. Again, follow at David Villada. Follow us. I'm at Dr. Jimmy Star and at Jimmy Star Show. Ron is at Ron Russell Show.
I am at Deidra Sarego. I'm also Facebook, just Deidra Sarego.
Follow LGBTQ TV at LGBTQ TV. And also follow One Magical Weekend. It's the #1 Magical Weekend. And you can go to onemagicalweekend.com to find out more about gay days in Disney. And next week, we've got Xander Berkeley. He's like the star of Salem, the TV show Salem, and a million other movies that he's been in. We also have Sadie Katz coming on, and she's the star of Wrong Turn 6, getting ready to come out. Love it, love it, love it. And Chad, how are we doing for time? We out of time?
Let's roll.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much. Chat room, everybody. Thank you so much. Have a great weekend. Bye.
I'm just chilling, Jimmy Star, yo, sitting down and designing. Why every man never thinking, what are we gonna be wearing? Yo, I'm a Liverpool MC, you can't trust me. Big up the girls inside the party. Let's get down to crazy Jimmy. Big up myself and known as Alfie, the one and only, the Turkish MC.
Always love the clothes of Jimmy.
Bitch, I'm your one I wanna be. Jimmy Star's new celebrity.
We'll take you out to Jimmy Star's. He'll dress you right. You'll feel like a star. We'll hook you up. Now you look sexy. Your game is tight. Gonna get laid tonight. You need.